button too.
Come on. Yeah, the fabulous 8-Bit Bros program. You can check them out here on Ironic Radio Network. 8-Bit Bros. That's number 8. Then bit. Then bros. One word. I strongly encourage you to stay tuned for that. And if you want, they also have a Facebook page and a much better live show. Anyway, 8-Bit Bros, 8 p.m., Ironic Radio Network.
It's 8 o'clock, and you know what that means.
It's time for another episode of the 8-Bit Bros. This is not a kid-friendly show. Adult language, adult content, NSFK. Do the right thing, people. Put your kids in the closet.
Welcome back to another fun-filled fact debacle we like to call the 8-Bit Bro Show. Center box gets it square, as always.
What up, people?
To the left, me. That's me. Yep. What? And to the right, 846 miles south, the one and only Thumpin' Loud. And in the top box, as always on Tuesdays, J7 in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, I get to say that now. I remember it at least. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we?
Good.
I have a announcement to make.
Okay.
As everybody knows, 8-Bit Bros have an official mascot. His name is Hofo. He's a bearded dragon. He lives in my residence. I mean, what is he? I don't know, 20, 22 inches long now. He's fucking ginormous.
Oh, wow.
Joining is the newest. This is Buddy. Baby bearded dragon.
You have a baby.
Yeah,
so Hopo's a dad now?
Well, this is my kid who sent me this photo of baby Hofo. His name is Buddy. He's cute. He's cute. He's only 3 months old. She works in a pet store, so she's gonna rescue anything and everything. She's been trying to push me dogs and cats. And go ahead, Ren. Thump.
So we got Buddy Hofo.
Buddy Hofo. Baby
Yeah.
Buddy. He's a cute little guy. He's only 3 months old. If he grows to the size of Hofo, God help her. Because Hofo's in like a 55-gallon tank now, and he needs like 100.
Yeah, he's in a big boy tank, that's for sure. And he eats like bags of grasshoppers at a time.
Crickets. He likes lots of vegetables. He constantly molts. He's molting now.
Oh, man.
He's got shit hanging off of him all over the place. I mean, he's cool. We take him out every night.
Which means he's getting bigger again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what that means.
Yeah, he's a big boy right now. But all right, we're back after was it a short weekend, a long weekend? Does anybody remember the weekend?
I guess it was a long weekend.
I don't know if I spent my weekend in bars. Yeah, I remember it vaguely.
Now it's starting to come back.
Thump, any extravaganza, any excitement this weekend? Any festivals? Any?
No, not anything as far as the outside world would consist of. But the Atlas, of course, got dove back into last week. And a 2-time weekend this weekend, and had it go all the way through today.
Is that a double XP or?
Yeah, that's the 2-time. It's a double XP. and double gold from treasure maps, and double input to taming.
Okay. I had
So,
to contact Bungie this week
Really?
to let them know I could not finish a weekly quest. First week out of the box, the Eris Morin quest, couldn't finish it.
which one?
Which one?
The Luna's Calling.
No, really. There's a lot of people have been able to dive right in on that though.
I got to a point and I went around and I did all the three the fucking loot chambers, whatever the
Yeah.
fuck you want to call
Get
them.
loot the
Yeah, I did all three of those, and that was the end. And I kept going back to Eris, and she was like, I got nothing for you.
Did you go to the lantern?
Yeah, I did it all. I got the little shits. I went and I opened up the fucking door, and I stuck the shit in the door. The materials in the fucking door, and then I went into the door, and then I stuck the shit in the machine, and then it said, "Yeah, no soup for you. No soup for you." So
Sounds about right.
so I'm sitting there, and I'm like, well, okay. Well, what do I do next? I go to my quests, and I've got lots of quests because the last DLC, I really didn't finish a lot of the quests because the game was stale to me.
Same.
So I had to actually send him a message, and then the other day I log in, and it's new quest. I'm like, whoa, a new quest? They fixed my shit. So I was able to finish it.
Nice.
Which was nice. But then I had a side conversation with Thump the other day, and a lot of the older quests that I never finished, you can't complete.
Really?
Broken. Non-existent.
Oh, they're gone?
They're still in my inventory. For example, one of them is to go get the Lumia weapon, exotic.
Yeah.
And all you got to do is go into some fucking cave and open up a box.
Yeah.
Well, that box is not there. It's not there.
Did you go far enough?
Oh, no, I know exactly where the box is. I know exactly. In fact, when I dug through the whole lost sector, that was the word. Yeah. When I dug through the whole lost sector 3 times, because I knew where the chest was supposed to be, I then said to myself, oh, fuck it. I'll do what every 9-year-old does and go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Went to YouTube, and it was like, yeah, you remember that door right there that there's no reason for? Well, go in that no reason door, and the box is right there. No, it's not there. It's not there.
Let's see, where the Lumia quest involves diving on a whole different spot than normal, and going down the once you go into the place where you're used to going and fighting and doing everything, you go past that, jump up over the wall, and then the chest is by the campfire. If you're looking for the thorn's not going to be there. The thorn's not going to be in the fire, but in the chest behind it will be the Lumia.
Yeah, so you have to go past where you found the thorn.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's more, you have to do more stuff.
Well, yeah, but the first part is to go open this box.
Yeah.
That box is not there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, which is right past the thorn.
Yeah, and it's not there. So no big deal. I was just trying to clean out. I completed all my shit for the week, and it was like, all right, I'll go make frames for weapons in the forge. And while I'm at it, I'll finally open up the menagerie, which I never did, which, by the way, it's fun as fuck.
The menagerie is great.
Oh, I have not lost a goddamn gauntlet run yet. You're not beating me in the gauntlet run. And my armor for my Titan is not the fastest, but I'm beating out hunters through the gauntlet. Menagerie is fun as fuck. I'm up to a 930 with the build I like. I've added no mods to my armor yet because I'll wait till I'm a 950 to do that.
Yeah.
There are some beastly ass mods going on out there that involve year 1 or early year 2. I don't want to say year 1. Early year 2 armor in combination to the point where Bungie's now looking at it and going, yeah, we got to fix that. Even though
a Titan build with the Monte Carlo that literally is a 1-2 punch.
Yeah, I'm running the Monte Carlo with half that build because I don't have I'm missing the one piece of armor to complete that build. But there are other builds that you can add up all these new mods to it using old armor in conjunction with some of the new armor that are you can do the new raid almost solo as a Titan
What?
with this new armor mod. It is
Yeah,
just
you just need the team to progress through the sections that need progression of 6 people. That's literally
right. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, there is a build that can go through and just melt on its own.
So Bungie's already looking at it and going, well, I know we left it up to you guys to like fuck around with this.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, so guess what?
This.
That's OP.
Yeah, so guess what? That's what they did. They fucked around with it. And
Yeah. And I believe today's patch takes care of a bit of that.
Mhm.
Does today's patch open up the shit that they shut down, like that little circle on the ground where you're supposed to throw 5 material into that you can't, or is the tire game back? Do we know?
I don't know about that part. I know that PC wasn't the only one today to experience the broken Iron Banner matchmaking that basically would let you get a game together,
Right.
have a full 12-man match, and then punt all of you back out to orbit.
Oh.
Whoa.
Well, tomorrow I'll be all over Iron Banner.
Did you guys do the Scorch Cannons thing?
No, but I wish I did. It was fucking absurd.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was the Crucible. It's like a Crucible Labs thing.
Yeah,
Where
Labs.
everyone's got Scorch Cannons.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was insane.
So I'm talking to Thump, and I know, Ren, I'm sorry. I know you don't give a fuck, but Jessica's into the game, and so is Thump, and it's your fault. It's all good. So I'm talking to Thump on the phone the other day because he calls me up about football bullshit, and I'm like, yeah, go fuck yourself. Nice win. Have a nice life. Thanks very much.
Actually, I just read that in chat from Conan.
So he says to me, did you grab the Jor bounty? And I'm like, Jor? I forgot about that dude completely. Totally forgot about him.
Who's Jor?
Jor.
XUR, Jor.
Jor. The guy who gives you the exotics every week.
Oh, Zer.
Zer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking Jor.
So
It's an X.
I'm playing-
It's not a Z. He's not
Woke up
Zer.
enough. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
woke up for him.
yeah. So I'm playing last night, and there's like, I don't know, he's around for like another 14 hours, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh fuck, Thumb said something about, let me go find where he is. So I popped to this planet, and he's not there. I popped to that planet, and I said, well, it's what? It's like,
He was in the
fuck.
tower.
Yeah, well, it's like week 212, so he's in the tower.
Yeah.
So I zip over back to the tower. I run down there. I go behind Dead Orbit, jump up there, and I'm sure shit, he's got this quest. And I'm like, oh, okay. I got to go do this strike, and I got to collect some materials. So I never really read it. To me, it said collect these materials in a strike. So I did the strike like 5 or 6 times to collect the materials.
Mhm.
So I'm doing this strike, and everyone's running to go do the strike, and I'm just standing out there waiting for the Cabal War to happen so I can get the Cabal pieces. Never reading what the fuck it said. Just kill shit anywhere
Yeah.
and then do the strike. So anyway, so I go and do the strike, and
Yeah, you had to do the strike, collect the shit, and then
Right. yeah. So then I go collect the shit. I'm like, I'm in the strike again, and I'm looking at this, and I'm going, oh, it's collected anywhere. So I fucking fly all the way to the end of the fucking map in the EDZ, and I'm killing all the Cabal, and I get my shit, and I back out of the strike, and I go to wherever I need to go, and the fucking gambit with the secret little triangle that shows up, and oh boy, where is this storyline going?
oh, what, the story with the 9?
Well, where is this entire storyline
Oh,
going?
This is all Gambit. This is all Gambit shit. This was all season
Yeah.
of the Gambit shit.
This
Yep.
is all season of the
Drifter.
the Drifter.
Yeah,
Oh my
season of
god,
the Drifter. This was
my
that Gambit fucker.
favorite. That
Ver-
was my favorite because
Very fun.
do you? Okay, I don't want to ruin it for you, but the emissary is a badass.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's so cool.
Yeah, the storyline in this game has progressed since season game day 1 storyline
Yeah.
till now it's insane.
Yes.
I mean, I still have a soft spot in my heart. The death of Cade.
yeah, I have feelings about that.
Yeah.
No, I've
Well,
got
that's-
I've got a problem. I've got a problem with some people saying that the prince is back, but I don't get Cade.
We haven't seen the prince since one fucking video clip.
Yeah, and it's not actually the prince. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like when you become a guardian, you don't remember who you are.
bring their sister back. She was hot as shit with her purple gray hair and.
Did you do all the audience with the queen? Stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, but she's not gone.
She's
No,
not
I know
gone.
that, but I would like more of her so I can oogle and then run to.
I'm excited. I'm
fine.
excited to
Ju-
see. Look,
You're-
we've got a pyramid ship in front of us, y'all. Let's talk about that. Like
Yeah.
that's the real.
Yeah.
That's the real shit. Like
Yeah.
like it's the one thing we've been seeing this thing for a long time. Bungie got itself back under its own roof and goes, guess what, y'all? Those boats, those ships you've been seeing the whole time, those fucking pyramids, guess what? Guess what? They're right fucking here.
Right? Has anybody done a raid yet? I mean, the
No.
last
I haven't done one of the
raid-
new one.
Haven't done
I mean, the
raid yet.
last raid opened up shit in the world,
Yes.
which I thought was excellent for a
Yes.
storyline
Well,
because
this did too. It progressed the next part. Once the first raid team beats the raid, it opens up the world for everybody.
yeah, this one progressed more. Not as much as the last one that
No, it
changed
wasn't as cool.
the world.
No, it
It
wasn't.
changed the dreaming city,
Mhm.
which then progressed on and on. It changed week by week by week,
Mhm.
and then that got stale. But I'm curious to see how deep this rabbit hole goes.
Mhm.
Because, like Thump just said, Bungie's back on their own again. They've got their own story ideas. And I mean, they always had their own story ideas, and they weren't handcuffed by Activision on the storylines. They were just handcuffed on Activision on making the money for the game.
Yeah, they were handcuffed by Activision. I actually disagree with the
Yeah, I
fact.
was gonna say they were held back on content. They were
Well-
literally held back on content and how they wanted to
was
distribute
the
content.
Yeah, content was pushed to the DLC world.
But not
yeah.
only that, I think that the first game had all these like really dark undercurrents in
Yeah.
the story.
Yeah.
And in the second one, it's like they came out and they were like, "Oh, well, when we said, the darkness consumes you."
Yeah.
They
which,
were like,
yeah,
"Well, we
disappeared, yeah.
didn't know what the darkness
Yeah,
was,
yeah,
so
yeah.
we decided to not talk about it anymore." It's
Yeah.
like that's BS.
Well, that was Activision right there.
That
That
was-
pulled that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's game changing to the story. This is Bungie being able to tell their story again, and this is also them being able to focus, in their words, on what was the 10-year deal with Destiny 1.
Right.
The 10-year extravaganza, the WoW, the World of Warcraft storyline that was a 10-year progression that we all bought into for $120,000.
Well, I mean, we continue to buy in at this
But-
point, even though major props to them for going free to play,
Yeah.
all the way up to current content.
Destiny
Mhm.
Light, yeah.
Yeah, when you exactly what is that called? Destiny.
Destiny Light.
New Light.
Yeah, New Light. Yeah.
Mhm, You can pretty much you can play up until
up until this.
Up until Shadowkeep, you can even go back to the moon.
yeah.
They're allowed to go there. They're just not allowed to go very far once they get involved
Well,
in that.
And also on the opposite side of that, it's kind of cool for us because you can go back and play any story mission now just by running the campaign on any DLC that you priorly owned.
Yeah.
Yep.
You get that icon on every fucking planet that was
Mhm.
introduced at that time, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, replay a story mission.
And it's cool because I've gone back and played fucking.
What are you talking about? I'm all over
Yes.
the Tangled Shore again.
Yeah, yeah. Well, trust me, I haven't done half the shit that needed to be done on the Tangled Shore because that's kind of where my group broke up, type of
Really?
thing. Yeah. I missed out on a lot of that. I mean, I don't think I've done any of the Ascendant challenges. I still have 3 of those in my
Mhm.
quest lines or whatnot. In another video game, which broke the internet this week,
Fart
And-
night.
and I know we really don't play it, but most of us do follow along with it, is Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Well,
I mean,
you
Fortnite-
can't
fucking
claim to
internet.
play video games at all and then claim that you don't know anything about Fortnite. Like that's
Well, yeah.
that's the absurdity of it. Is like if you call yourself a gamer, you know about Fortnite, whether you play it or not.
Yep.
That is, you may call it the dumbest thing ever, but you know it exists if you play video games. Period, because
So a
it's impossible to escape.
Yeah, right. So, Jess, a
Yeah.
couple months back, I brought up this whole thing we were talking about on the radio, and I was talking about this great event that was happening in Fortnite, and Thump was like, "Well, what the? You don't fucking play that game. Like, what the fuck do you even know? Well, you like you just said,
yeah.
even if you don't play the game, you got to know what's going on because it's
Exactly.
everywhere."
Mhm.
And this week was the a culmination of everything they've done in their. Is it 2 years now?
Yeah, this is their X plan.
So this is their 2 year into their game where they pretty much broke the internet. So last time we talked about it, there was this big event going on where this fucking meteor was going to crash into Loot Lake, and you had to figure out the puzzle and go.
Oh
over
yeah,
here.
this was a while ago that we
Yeah.
talked about that event. This was
Yeah.
probably halfway through year 2,
I
like
think it
maybe
was-
the start of year 2.
No, I think it was event 8 was the because my nephew was playing it, and the big thing then was this event was going to happen,
Yeah.
and the outcome of it was allegedly you're going to be able to pick a weapon that hasn't been in the game for like over a year.
Right.
So I told my nephew, this is what you need to do. You need to do that. So I fucking called him the other day. I'm like, oh, big shit's going to happen in this game. You got to get in on it.
Yeah.
Well, now Ren, game is dead. Doesn't exist. Fortnite doesn't exist.
It's actually not.
Well, I was gonna say it's back now, but
Well, yeah, a meteor came crashing down to the Earth, and missiles went off to try and stop this meteor, and that didn't fucking work. And the missiles went into a black hole.
wait,
and,
everything. What happened was everything teamed up with the meteorite.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then it
Went through
back down.
went through a couple vortex holes, and then all of a sudden shot down to the middle of the world together, and created a black hole.
So then for
And
the
blew up the
entire
game map.
weekend, all you saw whenever you tried to log into the game was a black hole.
That's
There
it.
were no menus. All your character was gone.
Yeah, no character selections,
no inventory, nothing.
3 days
and
can't play the game. 3
nothing.
days.
And their social media, they deleted all their
Black.
tweets.
all the old tweets, all everything. They went
Gone.
completely dark, and the only
Okay.
thing on Instagram was a 9-block with the black hole in the middle, and the only thing on their Twitter was one retweet, and then the black hole video live.
Black hole. Their Twitch just black.
The black hole. Their
Friend,
YouTube.
live in a
Their
video game.
YouTube live. The black hole.
Is this like a marketing thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It just went back live today. Like 6
Bring
o'clock.
the new
What was
map
it, like
on.
6 o'clock this morning? They went back
Yeah.
online.
Yeah. And it's like a whole new map, whole new mechanics, whole new. They're just calling it chapter 2.
You can. There are boats, and you can go fishing in the middle of the game. You can go fishing to get shit in the middle of the fucking game. Like while there's a battle royal going on, you can get this fishing pole out of a chest,
But no,
hit a
the
water
coolest thing
source,
would be-
and go fishing.
The coolest thing would be is if you got into the fishing boat and you're in the middle of the watering source and you hear all like the pop, pop, pop fire going on in the
You
background.
do.
But on the boat was like a tape deck that was playing like some corny fishing song.
Yes.
You're just sitting there fishing for your gear.
It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant fucking marketing in a game. I mean, what
That was really well executed.
a lot of other
Love it.
games
For
will.
a game that's free to play and it's
Yeah.
I mean it's not a pay to play game. You can
No.
play that game
Yeah.
and never drop a cent into it.
Yep. For all these other games who do all these releases. Oh, we got a big update coming. We got new maps coming out. This game is one map to rule the world, and they pretty much just said, yeah, that map you're used to playing, that shit's gone.
Yeah.
And you know what? You're not going to be able to play the game, and we'll let you know when you can again.
Yeah.
We'll let you know when you can.
It raised a lot of parenting concerns for people over this 3 days because there was the video of the kid that punched the TV, and there was a lot of rebuttal against that was basically to go, your child shouldn't act that way ever anyway.
Right.
Take these 3 days to be a parent.
Right, we gave you a break. Actually, be a
Yeah.
parent. Stop throwing your kid in front of
It's
a
like
console
what?
or a tablet or
Yeah,
whatever
there was a lot of outrage culture on both sides of this, like from every angle that could happen. It was a sensation from the time that they were like, and it's over. Like you saw every item that was of any importance get sucked into this black hole, including you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Gone.
And that was it.
So let me ask you this: does it make any of you want to play the game now?
No.
No.
Nah.
No,
No.
I already know where I stand in the Fortnite world, and it's just not my thing. I've played it before. You know, if our buddy Lance with the Angry Dandelion, he plays it. Now, if he was to be like, yo, there's a squad thing, why don't y'all come play and help me get this shit, then maybe I would play.
To help
But
out.
it wouldn't be like I'm not gonna go in and do solos or duos and try to run any kind of tournaments. Like if he needs 3 people to go onto the map and like fucking look for something,
Yeah.
I know how to hide well enough to get us places that we can do these 3-man objectives. Like I know how to do that, but I'm not screwing with the building and everything else. Like Apex is even a little bit more than I want to do as far as BRs are concerned. That's why me and Stone have relegated ourselves to when we do BRs, it's this game Maelstrom from Gunpowder Games. We've had over on the Angry Dandelion, we got a connection with their developer and PR guy
Oh, cool.
to do these Mayhem Mondays we were doing for a while, or Maelstrom
Really?
Mondays, and Maelstrom Madness, and they still do them every now and again. But it's a 3-man squad battle royal, but everybody's in ships,
Interesting.
and there's a sea monster, and there's whirlpools, and rocks and mountains and shit like that. Fog. And these are places that people can hide, and you run around with your squad trying to take everything out. They've just introduced the solo mode here recently, to where you can go in and do solo matches. They're smaller games. You know, they're not 99 people on a map. They're like 16-player matches, but they're 3-man squads just doing the thing.
See,
Nice.
now for me, I'm not gonna knock Fortnite. I've said this before. I'm not gonna knock the game.
Right.
Okay, it's not for me. It's too cartoonish. If I wanted to play something like that, I'd go whip out the old Acme fucking game for the Xbox and play something like that.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to play a game like that, then I'm going to call my buds, whether it be Thump or the other people I would run with, and I'm going to play PUBG.
Oh yeah.
Which to me,
PUBG.
look, when it comes to any kind of first-person shooter, and Thump will tell you, the only game ever to take me away from a real-life war simulation first-person shooter is Destiny.
Wow.
That's it.
Well, they spent a lot of time developing those shooting mechanics.
I linked that for you in our Slack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
You know, that-
Maelstrom.
Maelstrom.
So
Okay.
all you got to do is look in the Slack chat there, and you'll see it's the
Okay.
Steam link for it.
I have never been a fan of running around on any planet shooting aliens. What was that other game we played? 2040 something?
Division. What was it? Not
Oh,
Division.
Division?
Not Division.
Defiance.
Defiance.
Yeah, it was Defiance.
Defiance.
That ran
I got-
along with the TV show.
Right.
I thought that was a great idea.
I got hooked on that show because it was, excuse me, I got hooked on that game because it ran along the lines of a TV show.
Yeah.
I was watching that TV show at the time with my mother,
Mm-hmm.
and then we all hooked up and we were playing that game together. So it was fun
Yeah.
because I'm running with my boys,
Right.
you know, so, or my crew or my clan or whatever you want to call it. I don't want to say my boys because you don't have a penis. You know, so I mean, that was fun because anytime I jumped on that game, all of a sudden, as soon as I launched into the game, whoop, there was Thump, and whoop, there was someone. You know, we were all together all the time.
Right.
I'm not a big fan of shooting aliens. Halo, for me, as much as it was a great game, I'd rather
Really?
shoot.
He was
peop-
he was anti.
I'm a battlefield guy. I want to shoot people. I want you to come at me so when I kill you, I can rip your dog tags off and then rub my balls over your face.
I wish that
Get
would.
out.
I wish that
So
would
I
come
guess
back.
you didn't like Gears.
Gears was okay. I played Gears 1, 2, and 3. I did not go to 4. I have the latest Gears now, which is 5, right?
Gears 5.
I have the latest Gears now, and to be honest, I fired it up and said, I'm going to play Destiny.
Damn.
Destiny has
Yeah,
been
but
my
Destiny's Destiny's the one that's
Destiny's been my shit for
yeah.
4 years now. I
Yeah.
mean, and Thump will tell you, I've gotten to the point in that game where there was a time where, when it was Iron Banner, you wanted to be on my team.
It's Iron Banner right now.
Oh my
I
god.
know.
Oh
Guess-
my god, you're right. Yes.
Guess where I'll be tomorrow? Yeah, Iron Banner. But Thump will tell you flat out, there was a time where when it was Iron Banner, I had to beat people off for requests. Oh, come play with me. No. I got my crew already. I got my
Okay.
crew, and my crew wants to play with me because I'm running point and I'm going to get fucking 10,000 points and 26 kills, and my ELO is going to be through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And when Friday rolls around. I'm not playing Iron Banner anymore because I'm going to get the trials requests.
Right.
I mean, okay, now I wasn't the best trials player in the world. I
He
did make it
wasn't.
to the lighthouse. I did make it to the lighthouse.
He wasn't the best trials player though.
I was not carried to the lighthouse. I made it there with my team.
Okay.
But, you know, my ELO was like fucking 1,700, which was high. My Iron Banner ELO was, I don't know, through the fucking roof at like 2,100.
When the ELO used to matter.
When ELO mattered, yeah, now it doesn't matter anymore. It did then. I mean,
Right.
people.
Well,
wouldn't-
their new competitive ELO matters.
Yeah, I mean, back then, when if your ELO was like, you know, under 1,000 or under 1,100, people wouldn't play with you. An ELO is a mathematical computation. It comes from chess. It shows how good you are in something.
Mhm.
You know, and I'm not,
And it's not only how good you are in something; it analyzes strategic data on the fly.
Yeah.
Of moves that you make compared to moves that other people make, and actually adjust your skill ranking based on your ability to read, react, and do.
yes.
Right.
You know, so you know, that was my jam for the longest time. I mean, I want to tell you, in my clan, you wanted to run with Web Boy and fucking Iron Banner. Period. There were many games where it was, you know, I'd sit up on a cliff somewhere with my Mida and go 21-0. We wouldn't lose. I mean, there were times where our bounties were done day one.
Damn.
Done.
Oh yeah, whole
They-
list. I like reoccurring bounties as they're set now. That's the greatest thing. For you
Yeah,
to be
you-
able to go to any of the vendors and be like, "Can I get another bounty?" and be able to do one, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whether it's the same one over and over again or whatnot, just go and get 6 more,
Yes.
7 more. Let me buy as many as I can until I'm out of glimmer, which is impossible in this
It's
game.
kind of hard to do that now.
And I
Oh,
took
yeah.
so I went to Spider and dropped, I don't know, 100,000 glimmer on some fucking planetary material shit. And
Yeah.
I bought shards and I bought fucking enhancement cores and
That was
Yeah.
the big thing. I bought a lot of shards of enhancement cores too, so that I could go to the tower and buy more of the mod upgrades.
yep, mod
yeah,
upgrades.
that's
Yep.
my jam.
Yep. Yep.
I need more of those in my life.
No, stop infusing shit.
Why?
Stop it.
Okay.
None of that matters until you hit max. Okay, so here's the deal. Okay,
Okay.
because I've got this all figured out already.
Okay.
The grind to max 950 is doable.
Yeah.
It's after that.
It's that 50 to 62.
Right.
Yeah.
To get to 60, you have to get at least, and if this is a perfect roll, 80 drops. You have to get 80 drops, and they have to be perfect. It has to be primary, energy, heavy, all your armor. They have to be perfect drops to get you to that point. It's 80. So
Mhm.
what you do at this point is when you get a piece of gear that duplicates what you have, you infuse it into it for glimmer only. And
Right.
you
Yeah, you
run
gear
with
match.
that.
You gear match, and that's why
Right.
they gave you. That's why they gave you all the shit on the moon to be able to continuously gear match.
Well, yes, you continuously gear match your Dreambane armor.
Yeah.
And
do
you
for
do
the
this. Hold on. You do this in conjunction with Akora's bounties, where you
Right.
go and do the Vex incursion over and
Yeah.
over again to get
Right.
that weapon selection to running those through as well. It's one to get your perfect rolls. Of what you want on the weapons, plus 2 to get your numerical drop.
Yep.
And I will take gear that I'm currently running and infuse it into new gear that has higher numbers, but it may have been a lower light level. You'll get some gear, like I've got some gear that's like a 51, and I'll get a piece of gear that's a 53, but it's 2 levels below what my other was. So I'll infuse the lower to
Yep.
get my 53 gear, and then when I infuse, it bumps it up to like a 56.
Yeah, I'm sitting at like 54 down the line, a solid 930. If you're looking for weapons
Yeah.
to infuse, go run the fucking menagerie. Go set up your chalice so it's all fucking weapons and whatever weapon you want, because
Mhm.
your chalice lets you determine what weapons you want.
I know.
There
Right.
is nothing in this game that has ever done that. If I want to, that's how I got my fusion rifle up to like 940.
Well, for me, Black Armory did that very well.
And Black Armory too. I've been doing the same thing there because, like I said, I never really ran the armory. I mean, I didn't finish the quest to unlock all the little fucking keys and all that shit.
I got part of it that I still need to do, the very end part of what all that was. Like, I got all the keys unlocked,
Right.
all the, but I need to do the raid entry shit.
Oh, okay.
The final
Okay.
part of the quest.
Yeah.
So you got your ton?
That's the
I've got the
is
quest
hunt.
for it.
Yeah, that's that thick ass. Is it a shotgun?
Yeah, but now you should be able to
it's
kill
the-
them. Fucking 930s.
It's
Yeah.
like the tractor cannon that shoots out a ball of energy instead of air.
It fucking
What's-
curves
Wha-
wall. It curves around walls with fireballs.
Did anybody get the new exotic that's primary?
The wave splitter.
No, I got the wave splitter. The Altondo, or it's a primary linear fusion rifle. Goes in your primary slot.
Huh.
This thing is fucking. I'm gonna have to. I don't think I have the app here. I'll have to pull it up. But
Oh man.
you got the app on your phone or something to look it up. It's a primary linear fusion rifle, exotic. I got this, I don't know, yesterday, maybe today. Again, sorry, Thump, my exotics are dropping like water. But
I'm not
I've
having
always-
any problem with exotics, so.
yeah, I've always had that luck of having fucking I mean, I'll kill a boss, and not even a boss. I'll kill a mini boss in a fucking strike, and all of a sudden there's an exotic on the ground. And then
yeah.
and what sucks is then I go to pick it up, and everybody knows you picked it up,
Yes.
and now they all stop and turn like.
They're like, what?
I got guys blowing trumpets at me. I got other guy fucking giving me like bullshit signs. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't help it. It's my RNG has been great.
Throughout the
Not-
life of
Yeah,
Destiny.
I don't want to say great, but Thump will tell you there are pictures in my timeline, and we
Mhm.
talked about this the other week, where it's page upon page upon page of exotics. Like my locker at one point was full of nothing but exotics. That was Destiny 1.
Yeah.
You
It was
said that.
D1. But, between that, everything that's happening in video games right now is off the fucking rails. I
Yeah.
mean, between Fortnite and what Destiny's doing,
Dude, I'm telling you, now that Atlas has hit full crossplay,
Atlas full
and,
crossplay.
and what they're doing, like I said, just the basis of what they're doing with that game, when you take the world that it is and do 150 man servers, 15 servers wide by 15 servers tall, and you go, all right, Xbox, PlayStation people, PC people, here's a world that y'all can all go hang out in. Go have fun.
Are you talking about the Monte Carlo?
Nope, it's a
No?
linear fusion rifle. I'm trying to look it up right now. The other game that's busting out with some crazy shit is it's called the Arbalest. Arbalest.
The Arbalest.
Yes, the
exotic-
obelisk.
Yeah, exotic primary linear fusion rifle. Red Dead Redemption just dropped shit, and everyone's going fucking crazy over there in the online world.
Well, it's because they're finally going to PC
Mm.
with Red Dead 2. That's more what people are actually, the hype's really about, is the PC people are finally like, about fucking time. We would have rather have owned it there to begin with anyway. Most of us just wanted it over there to begin with. Fuck the console people.
That is true. But this thing shoots slugs. It's beast mode.
Crazy.
I in the Vex incursions, or even in fucking what the hell is it called? It was just, oh Jesus Christ, I just lost my fucking mind. Where you go and fuse your weapons. Okay, when the Vex dude comes out, you got to shoot him in the eyeball. One shot's like 45,000.
Damn.
It's basically like running around with that great heavy fusion rifle.
What, the sleeper?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, but in a primary now, which is great because you can still have your auto rifle or your pulse rifle in your secondary.
I'm sitting over laughing about like how many exotics I have, but how little of them I use.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
I think the cool
Yeah.
thing with exotics is that they're all so different, right? So like you can choose which ones you really like and then use those for as long as you want. Like my jam was always the graviton land.
Oh, yeah.
Love the graviton land.
Especially after you fucking catalyst the shit out of that
Yes.
thing. Yep.
And the sunshot.
Oh,
Always
yeah.
in my
Sunshot,
inventory.
Sunshot's really good. I'm a
Not
big fan of the
that-
Sunshot.
Yeah.
I would like to be able to. I run like a Sunshot Duke if I'm doing that.
MK Duke 44.
Yeah, man. Like I like running. If I'm gonna run hand cannons and one of them's gonna be an exotic, I try and run double hand cannons,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I
Double
just
hand
I
Wow.
really like doing it. It's a lot of fun. What I like right now is Arena's Vow.
I love it.
Being able to run a hand cannon that doesn't use hand cannon ammo with having it use special ammo. I was like, ooh.
Yes, yes, yes.
I was like, this makes it, but I don't like the limited amount of ammo. That's why I've started running the wave splitter.
Well, that's when you perk your armor out to get more
It
fucking.
eats ammo.
But you perk your
Oh.
armor out.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, but it's still, you perk it out with those green drop shits
Yeah.
for your finisher move. Is the best way I've seen to do it. Is
Yeah.
do a finisher and kerplunk, hit him like a Pez dispenser for green ammo.
It's fucking funny you say it that way.
And when I was running the Vex thing, the Vex and that Vex
The
invasion
incursion,
thing,
right? The incursion,
Oh.
yeah.
one hand cannon dropped.
Go.
It's called the Optative.
Oh yes.
The optative, yeah.
Oh my god, that is the most accurate hand cannon I've ever.
Yeah, I keep finding a new one with better perk rolls on them and keep
Oh,
infusing.
I keep going. I keep going to Icor's little table there and getting them fucking shits. And I've got all 4 of those weapons now at about 936. Granted, I don't use them all because I'm still looking for the right roll. The pulse rifle is dangerous.
Yeah.
I finally got that thing with Head Seeker and oh Christ, something else that gives me accuracy. And then I slammed a perk on that. I masterworked it. I got one for not handling. I got one for range.
Interesting.
So I masterworked it for full range with rangefinder. Rangefinder head seeker. Rangefinder head seeker on any pulse rifle is the shit.
Yeah.
Because no matter where you hit someone, it's crit.
Really?
I hit you in the toes, and it's crit.
Yeah.
Not only that, so I've masterworked the fucking thing for range, which means now I get that much more range. I can't wait to take it into Iron Banner this week.
Oh my god, I can't wait to play Iron Man.
It's hype. No, it's funny when you
Wait,
when you were hung up on the Vex thing, right there
Yeah.
at the beginning of that. All I could think about was the one weapon that Webb's never gotten.
Vex Mythoclass.
Oh,
Yep, and that's the where my RNG was better than his because I got it like 3 times.
Volta
you got
Glass.
it 3 times?
All right, let me tell you something. Volta Glass, I was a pro at. Okay, to the point where I would carry other people through it or teach them. I don't want to say carry.
Yeah.
Teach them. I ran that raid.
No, call it right.
No,
You would be a Sherpa.
Well, yeah, I would be.
Yeah, he was a Sherpa.
You know, I mean, and Thump was there for a lot of those. You know, and don't get me wrong, I'm not the only one. Thump was part of the raid team. He was there for a lot of them, but I ran that raid well over 150 times.
Oh yeah, he ran it a hell of a lot more than I did.
150 times. Never, ever.
Never a mythic class.
Nope.
Wow.
150 times. I got all them other little stupid fucking tokens to get whatever else I needed, but that weapon never dropped for me.
Yeah, that is the weapon.
I would email Bungie,
right,
and be like,
"Yo,
I played this raid 150 fucking times.
And
I want my goddamn weapon."
And I don't even have to tell them how many times because they can see that. In fact, anybody can see that.
Hilarious.
You go to guardian.gg and boom, all your stats are right there.
We talk about how Webb had the locker full of exotics. We talk about every other bit of all of the stuff that Webb's ever gotten, and not for anything.
Vex.
he hunted this weapon,
Yeah.
like Moby Dick, like hunted this fucking weapon.
I was one of those assholes running around that chamber trying to find the 6th chest that everyone said was there.
Really?
Okay. I was one of those guys who were down there killing all of, what were those things you couldn't kill? The fucking shanks or whatever the fuck they
Oh,
were.
the Gorgons.
The Gorgons. Okay, yeah. Well, we emptied the entire fucking maze of those. Emptied it.
Wow.
Okay, between swords and what was the rocket launcher?
The fucking Galahorn.
We emptied that entire fucking maze of every Gorgon there was. No such chest existed. We figured out a way to hit that chest up on the ledge 3 times during that encounter. No Vex. And that was the chest you got it from.
Yeah.
That was it. That was it. That was the chest.
That was the chest.
And that was the one. Oh, okay, we're at the chest. Anybody need a checkpoint? Yep, let me switch to my other character. Don't go anywhere. Okay, switch that character. Grab a checkpoint. Go grab the chest. Oh, no Vex. Okay, hold on. We'll switch to my other character. Okay, good. So every time I was in a raid, a good 150 times, that's 3 characters hitting that chest.
Mm-hmm.
No Vex.
No
Ever.
mythoclast for him.
Nope, not for me. Not for me. I like where Destiny's gone with this game. The storyline's back. I will always hate the fact that you have to read the lore.
Well,
Yeah, but at least now it's more accessible than it used to be.
you don't
Yes.
have to read the lore.
It's
No,
not spoken to you from a
You're not-
character,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I have to read it.
Yeah, but the good part is now is that you can literally go over a piece of gear, hit the button, and get the full lore sheet on it right there.
Yeah,
It's
you
true.
don't have to. You used to have to look at the grimoire.
Well,
Which
you have
was
to
that-
go to a website.
Oh,
to-
before the
Yeah.
before the Grimoire, you had to
Grimoire,
go to the
yeah.
website. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
like it was banana. I mean, don't get me wrong. The grimoire has some really cool stuff in it.
gives you so much more. The
So much-
storyline.
It was. You're like, oh, well, that's who Oryx is, and
Yeah.
that's where he came from. Oh shit, Oryx is kind of a badass.
Look, that's the only way you
That, like-
found out the difference between the last word and the thorn.
Well,
That was-
the funny part is though is the question now after reading all of the lore though is, are we the bad guys?
It's quite well. You know what? Yes.
Like, are we the light? Are we the bad guys? Because we did just go and like murder an entire family
We're human.
and steal the soul of their matriarch right off the beginning. Like we've habitually harassed these hive.
We
Everyone, every fucking everything.
But
The hive.
Like the sisters, the son, the
Sister.
dad. Now we've
Yeah.
got the fucking daughter out of nowhere that we went back to the moon to be like, and she's
The
like, "Why are
story-
y'all here?"
the whole
we're
story is
just having a funeral. What's wrong with you?
the whole story is a great play on the human race because
Yeah.
the Guardians are the humans with light, and what
Yeah.
do humans do? They destroy everything in front of them.
Well, that was the great part about getting on the pyramid ship when you got on there.
Yeah,
For that part of the
that-
story where he's like, "This is what's in the light. This is what you have done. This is what's light. Light only seems to bring this.
But
We
what are
we are your salvation." Is
Yeah.
what they told us.
we are
What are we? We're reanimated dead people. That's what we are. That's what guardians are.
So
Well,
so we essentially are the zombies of the
Yeah.
universe.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
which is why everybody is like, when you did how much of the you probably did the whole storyline where you find out why Aldrin did the whole thing. You
Yeah.
know, the fanatic is like, you're a dead thing. What? Like he's like disgusted.
Yeah.
Like
Like, what the fuck do you think of yourself? Like, have
Yeah.
you looked at you? Have you looked
Yeah.
at you? Who the fuck are you?
how many
Yeah.
times did you go and kill him and go, no, fuck you.
yeah.
I'm a zombie brains.
You
I'ma
did
have
that
'em.
shit every other fucking week in a mission. Oh, your heroic mission.
Yo,
is
but
to kill
but
a
how
Yeah.
upset was the fan base when confronted with their own mortality when you were given Callus was nothing but a robot?
Uh-huh. Right? I still haven't
When
filled
you
this.
found out Emperor Callus was nothing but a robot and you're sitting there after the raid and you're in this room full of Emperor Calluses, and you're like, oh, you motherfuckers is cheating. And then you
Yeah.
think about it, it's like, no, they're just trying to fucking survive us. That's
Yeah.
it.
Callus is real. It's just we didn't fight him for real.
No.
Right, yeah.
Oh.
Take it from a page out of Star Wars with all the little
Yeah.
robots and shit.
Right,
you know,
right.
here's a fucking army to come after
Or
you.
the
and
clone
it's-
army.
Right, the
Mhm.
clone, right, and it's just a bunch of robots, and
Mhm.
you're not really going to get to me because I've got the Force, and I'm going to sit back here in my Death Star or whatever the
Mhm.
fuck you want to call it, and
Yeah.
be the man and control. It's kind of like humans. I'm going to sit back here. I'm going to control this war from a little room, and you're really not going to get to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's why in Destiny I have only played a human as a guardian.
Oh no,
Whether-
fuck that, man. I went if I was gonna be reanimated over and over again, I went to being Echo.
You
An
go-
Exo?
You're going XO, aren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm an XO all day. But this time I went Awoken.
Yeah, you Cade 6 sucker.
What? That was right off the bat. I've always my only
I know.
in Destiny 2 on PC is a hunter. I don't have a Titan and a Warlock. Fuck them. I'm a hunter.
Fuck you,
I'm
Titan
a
Master
Warlock.
Race. You and my
Oh well,
brother.
hey, here we go.
Warlock.
We can hang
Warlock.
out. We can hang out and have a great fire team.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I was just gonna say we got the Hunter, the Warlock, and the Titan. I mean,
Yeah, we can make a pretty good fire team. But I'm not changing who I am. I'm a hunter, man. My shit is all day hunter.
Titan Master Race. Although I love
Warlock.
my Warlock, I do love my Warlock, but Titan Master Race.
I can float.
Xbox has got the triple on it. I can pull up my Destiny right now
Float,
on PC.
I can jump up in the
Boy.
air and hover around and then come down and smash the shit out of the ground. And when I'm done, I can still punch more and more people and electroshock the fucking shit out of them. Oh, not once, not twice, but 136 million times.
Titans are way OP.
Yes.
I've gotten in fights with Titans that I should have won.
Yeah, but
because-
Warlock punches OP.
Yeah, well, the Warlock fucking,
Yeah.
it's distance and it's 2 smacks on a Titan and you're dead. But I'm supposed to be a tank and I get bitch slapped. That's it. I'm done. And I've had it happen to me in a Crucible.
Yeah, Warlock
Oh,
Warlock punch was ridiculous.
I'm coming at a dude with a horror story, okay? I am unloading on this motherfucker and he's running at me and I'm dead.
Yeah,
I'm like-
and from twice the distance as anybody else in the game can
Yeah.
punch you. He's all of
Yeah.
a sudden in your face punching you and gets off that second one.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you fucking kidding me? And that's the day that I turned to the Molesto.
Ah, the Molesto.
That was the day I turned to the
You know
Molesto.
it. You know it. It's the Telesto. It's
Molesto.
it's the weapon that you don't even know you've been hit by it until you've exploded.
There's a video on my timeline, and you got to go back, I don't know, like 2 fucking years.
Mhm.
We were in Iron Banner. I know Thump was there. I know my Googly Eye was there, and a couple of others in our fire team. I took out the entire team with 1 shot.
With one shot. How?
1 shot from
Because
the
the spread on the Telesto is fucking ridiculous, and if they're gathered close enough together, they explode and detonate onto other people, and it can wipe out a fire team appropriately misplaced.
So the map in Crucible where there's that shit little tower in the middle and everybody, you get all the snipers shooting down one side and you're a
Yeah.
sniper shooting down the other and everybody's fighting for B right there and heavy
Yeah.
ammo's up through the waterfall. Okay, so we spawn in, I don't know, like fucking 8 minutes into the match or some shit, and we're all the way on the far end of the map where you got to run around to get to where you get sniped at. Okay. So I hang back a second. Everybody runs forward. I'm hanging back, and I got the Dolby headphones on, and I can hear the footsteps coming. I hear them. So I'm like, yo, everyone's coming from the backside through the waterfall. Okay. So everyone starts coming running back, and I got my Telesta there, and I'm waiting. And all of a sudden, 3 guys show up and shoot off the Telesto and cover them. Well, they turn around and run away to their 3 friends who are running with them. Next thing you know, I get the fucking the achievement come up on the screen and what the fuck do they call that? Whatever the fucking
Team wipe.
Yeah, I got the team wipe. I got the entire team wipe. Yeah,
All in one shot. All
Yeah,
in
one
one
shot.
shot because those 3 guys carried it back. They were going to rotate a 3-3 on
They
the
were gonna
corner.
try.
Yeah, that's what their plan was, to rotate a 3-3 on the corner. So these three guys pop out, all get hit with the Telesto and run back to the other guys who are ready to change places with them at the perfect moment when the Telesto detonates those shots, and
Boom. took the whole
everybody
fucking-
sees the kill feed just goes 6 people dead.
So as like and Thump's right, because as the kill feed's doing that, I am now screaming, turn around and run back the other way. Let's get into their spawn.
Let's
Yes.
do it.
So everybody turns around and we're running now like motherfuckers to get to the spawn.
Yeah, because
So
we
you
got to be
got-
able to do this again.
You got the guys coming. Well, that was luck. I mean,
Yeah,
you
but
never,
we
you
figured
never
we
gonna
figured
get
we've
six.
at least got to be able to go do a good at least attempt at wiping them again. It may take multiple shots from the group this time, but we all
Yeah.
got to get there.
So if I'm not mistaken, and in fact I'm pretty fucking sure that's the only game of all Crucible I have ever been in where three guys got the ultimate fucking achievement or what the fuck do they call them in where you wipe out 15 people at once or more, 15 people without dying.
Yeah.
Thump got it.
Yeah.
I got it. My brother got it. I mean, that's 45 fucking Guardians wiped out right there.
Yeah.
We just sat back and annihilated the shit out of that team to the point where Shaq said, "That's it, mercy,
guys-
Mercy.
mercy." and again, if I'm correct, it may have been me, Thump, and my brother Goog were the only ones who got kills in an entire fucking match.
Yeah, because
Oh,
if we're not
wow.
mistaken, we come into the match. These guys have been getting dunked on,
Mhm.
like right off the beginning of it, and we came in late, and then all of a sudden, it was not those guys' game anymore, and
Yeah.
the 6 of them never got to see the map again. Really,
Once again, you want to run with someone in Iron Banner? Hook up with me. at
Webb's
Web-
fun. Webb's fun to run with in PvP anyway because he leaves a lot of cleanup around him. Like
Yep.
he's a bat out of hell the whole time he's going, and if you just stay around him and kind of cover him.
Yeah, I run point. I run
If you
point.
kind of just cover him and just like you see stuff going on just outside of him, you start shooting at that stuff, and he
Yeah.
just murders down a middle line, and you're just like,
I'm
all
a
right.
Titan. I'm a Titan. I'm a tank. I run point. If you keep your gun focused on me or right outside of me, we're gonna win. I'm gonna get my 15 to 20 kills a game.
Mhm.
Yeah, because he gets up in the middle of shit.
Yeah, I'm right in the middle of it. And if you run with me,
Mhm.
not with me, but if you run with me, you're going to get your 10 to 12 kills and probably 20 fucking assists.
Wow.
Easily going to get that. And we're going to annihilate. We're never going to lose a game. You're going to get all your little fucking banners and bullshit. You're going to go into your Triumph book and click on Crucible and go, yep, got that one and got that one and got that one. Oh, yeah, well, you got that one. Web, yeah, got that one and got that one too. Oh, grenades, yeah, got that one too.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying I'm the shit, but I'm fun to run with. Thump will tell you that.
Yeah,
And
it is. It's a lot of fun to run with him in PvP.
We're going to win, and we're going to wipe out all of our weekly achievements in the first 3 hours.
Mhm.
And you're going to collect your gear, and then you're going to go back and go, oh, wow, now I'm a 945.
Yeah,
Let's
strikes.
a little
Strikes.
more.
If they're not team cumulative with the bounties, then Web sucks to run strikes with.
Now, Thump's the dude to run strikes with.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Thump is very good in strikes because he knows everywhere to be at the right time.
All the
Yeah.
boss mechanics, exactly where I'm gonna be dropping like bow drops because, like I said, I'm a hunter. I'll wrangle in AOE, and I've got extended bows that are gonna leave you in places where there may be a continuous spawn of ads here for a minute, but I've got a bow that's gonna last through all of that. And
You'll shoot a fucking bow, and you'll be like, what the fuck did you do that for? And then he'll be like, yo, wait for it.
here they are.
And then all of a sudden his bow explodes, and then there's all the ads. And they're all trapped. And
Yeah,
you-
they're all trapped, and I'm over here shitting out orbs like it ain't nobody's business.
now all you got to do is throw one little grenade.
I
and
look
there's-
like I jumped into a pit of mothballs.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, exactly. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll we'll talk some streaming media stuff. I know we
Yeah.
wanted to do that, so we'll head on to that or anything else that brings us to where we need to be. 8-Bit Bros Tuesday night. Jessica J7 in the house. We'll be right back after this.
Good evening. Do you like to laugh? Are you at one with the haha? Do you like your comedy coming over the streaming medias? If so, then go directly to Amazon right now. Do not hesitate and download Jim and Drino's Not Dead Yet. Recorded live at the world famous comic strip. It is a giggle-a-second fun fest. An hour of me for you. Jim and Drino's Not Dead Yet. Available only on Amazon.
Jim Mendrino's Not Dead Yet. Now available on Amazon Prime. Watch it today.
Hi, I'm Snowy Angel.
And I'm Kinky Candy.
Have you heard of Spunk Lube yet? Oh, you have got to get it. I mean, really, it's the lube that everyone's talking about and everyone's going to want.
Look at that. It looks like real cum.
Yeah, I mean, how can that get better? I mean, it's nice. It just feels so good when you rub it all over yourself. Everywhere. And you know what gets better about it? There's different kinds of Spunk Lube.
They actually have hybrid.
Yes, and they have different colors too. Like they have pink and yellow and even green. Like, what can get better than that? If you want like the kinkiest, spiciest nights,
Yes.
Spunk Lube.
Oh, hell yeah. Get spunked today.
Get it today at spunklube.com. That's right. Spunklube.com, and don't forget it.
Get yours.
Right now.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. All-You-Can-Eat Buffet Inventor.
Mr. All-You-Can-Eat Buffet Inventor.
You've given us the real American dream. A tray, 15 feet of food, and a little sign that says, "Go nuts, buddy."
Oh, pinch me, I'm dreaming.
Pushing side dish innovation to its limits, you offer creamed everything and 400 flavors of gelatin.
Feed it frenzy.
If there's beef, you'll chip it. If there's chicken, you'll fry it. And if there's gravy, well, then everything's going to be okay.
Oh, thank God for the gravy.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, buffet boy. You know the way to a man's heart and a few hundred tasty ways to challenge it.
Mr. All-You-Can-Eat Buffet Inventor.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, Fort Collins, Colorado.
Listen and imagine. It takes 5 seconds to send a text, and for those 5 seconds, you're driving blind. Life is worth more than a text. Stay alive. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, Noise, and the Ad Council.
Hey, everybody out there. This is John G, and I have a special on Amazon called Living Large. It's a stand-up special. It's funny. It was shot at the Comic Strip Live in New York City. You're gonna love it. You're gonna see me at my biggest. See, a few weeks ago, I had a heart attack. So if you don't want to go watch it because I'm funny, have some pity on me. Go watch my special. Anyway, I'm not gonna be so big anymore. No more living large. I gotta lose weight. They want me to take off pounds. I don't want to take off pounds. I love food. But anyway, go watch the special. It's gonna be funny. And I don't know how much longer I gotta live. I'm wearing this defibrillator thing. I don't know what this thing does. Supposedly it shocks me if my heart stops. My heart stopped years ago. Anyway, John G, Living Large, Amazon. Go check it out before I'm not here to watch.
John G. Living Large, now available on Amazon Prime. Watch it today.
You got something you want to get off your chest? We want to hear it. Call in 917-720-3038. The Ironic Radio hotline is now open. Ironic Radio, well, isn't it?
I'm listening to 8-Bit Bros.
What are you, crazy?
Don't call me later. You ain't got me right. Don't call me later. You can't pay my price. Ain't from no heaven. Yeah, you heard me right. Even though you know we fly. Don't call me angel. Don't call me I make my money and I write the check. So say my name with a little respect. All my girls successful, and you just are. Yes. Do I really need to say it? Do I need to say it again? Yeah. You better stop the sweet talk and keep your pretty mouth shut. Boy, don't call me angel. You ain't got me right. Don't call me angel. You can't pay my price. Ain't from no heaven. Yeah, you heard me right. Even though you know we fly. Don't call me angel. See you here with somebody. Just passing up my body. Yeah. Don't you know that I bite when the sun sets? Yeah. So don't you try come around me. My life is a banana. Don't you know that I bite when the sun sets? Keep my name out your mouth. I know what you about. So keep my name out your mouth. Don't call me angel. You ain't got me right. Don't call me angel. You can't pay my price. Ain't from no heaven. Yeah, you heard me right. Even though you know we fly. Don't call me angel. I appreciate the way you watch me. I can't let it drop it down. I pick it up, I back it like the county line. I fell from heaven, now I'm living like a devil. You can't get me off your mind. I appreciate the way you want me. I can't let it drop it low. I back it up. I know you wanna think you want. Baby, I totally get it. You can't get so you can't get me off your mind. Being it together, but don't call me angel. Boy, don't call me angel. You ain't got me right. Don't call me angel. You can't pay my price. Ain't from no heaven. Yeah, you get me right. Even though you know we fly. Don't call me angel. Don't call me angel.
Pretty Bit Bros. Tuesday, early edition. We'll waiting on Jessica to come back. We're gonna talk some Netflix content, streaming media content, whether it's Amazon, Netflix, Hulu. Some things that we're.
Good evening.
Oh, what do you?
Do you like to laugh?
Why are you wanting with the haha?
I'm not trying to do that.
Are you skipping into my new break that you don't have?
No, I'm trying to move things around.
Yeah, because you got to add the new break. I put it in there for Thump, and you didn't pick it up.
You didn't tell me I needed to pick it up. You just said there's a folder of new breaks. Go use those folders.
Yes.
That's what I did.
Yes.
Yeah, I was hoping for a different song from Posty and from you instead of the Spider-Man song.
I went Lizio. I kind of dig that song. I don't know why, but I don't know why. I just do. But yeah, I can't wait to get back and jump into some more Destiny gameplay. Iron Banner runs for the next 6 days.
Yep.
6 days. I think it's 6 days. I can't wait to. I mean, I'm not gonna bring my build into there. I want to get my IB gear, my Iron Banner gear, and build that out specifically for Iron Banner. So I will definitely play. I will grind the shit out of Iron Banner to get my gear for that.
Oh yeah.
You know, my +5.
Yo, are you having a problem with Vexmine component currency? About the fact that you end up with an overstack of it?
I have well over 200 sitting at the postmaster.
I know, and that's going to just take up more postmaster.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
It's like I need those spots for my postmaster.
Yeah, well, because your postmaster is your extension of your vault, which I did go through and clear out a lot of shit in my vault that was pointless.
You can essentially get rid of every year one, everything that you had.
Not necessarily. Yeah,
except for
weapons.
there's certain things. Well, yeah, but there are weapons that can't take mods.
Right. Yes.
That can't take your year 2 mods, and same thing with armor that can't take year 2 mods. Year 2 armor is all kinds of janky compared to. I mean, year 1 armor is all kinds of janky compared to this Gear 2.0.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
You can delete your. I don't know if you guys already talked about this, but you can delete pretty much all your old stuff, like your old exotics, because you can just get them back.
Oh, I did that today. When I saw Xur, whatever the fuck you want to call him.
Xur.
I grabbed the Jade Rabbit at 924, which
Yeah.
is a shame. It was 924 considering I'm a 930. But replaced my
Your old
750. Thank you, Destiny, for bumping everything to 750.
Yeah, that was a blessing in disguise. at
Yeah,
first.
yeah, because nobody knew that was coming.
Right?
Nope, they never made a mention of it. Never said a word.
Yeah, when you looked at your inventory and saw all those 750s, you're like,
what?
Yeah. What I really thought sucked, and not that it sucked because it was kind of cool, but all of my fire team medallions that I had, which I had like I don't know max amount,
Mhm.
are useless.
Really?
So you can break them down and get bright dust back. So I wound up breaking those down and getting like I don't know 750 bright dust. Now I'm sitting at like 16,000 bright dust or some shit like that. There's a lot of shit it's just useless, and I still don't know what to do with my ramen ticket. It's still in my locker.
Oh, it does nothing.
I know that, but
It's basically just
yeah, fodder.
a way to remember Cade.
Yeah, I mean, I still have them fucking things where you could eat them and they would show you where everything is on a map.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have an abundance of those that I'm running
Mhm.
around with, and I'm like, why?
Halloween mask.
No, I ran around with the fucking chicken mask yesterday.
That's
and
that's
I
what
was,
I'm saying. Halloween mask, fucking
I
Christmas
was in the-
cookies, fucking.
Oh man, Christmas cookies.
I was in the menagerie wearing
Those
a
are the
chicken head.
best.
I can't wait to bring out my Christmas speeder again this year. I'm just saying.
Anybody get the new speeder?
The new speeder?
Yeah, the one that's
I want the new ship, man. That new Crota looking, like the revitalization of Crota looking ship.
I have that.
That Oryx ship.
Yeah.
I want that new motherfucker.
I have that, and I just got the new speeder yesterday, which is the new DLC, the Moon speeder.
I've been playing too much fucking Atlas.
Sweet looking.
But we got an island again, and we're fucking ruling the world. We're fucking happy as hell where we're at.
Well, it's like that pirate game, man. It's the same fucking thing.
It's not.
Well, and I don't want to say it's the same thing. I mean, don't get me wrong.
It's not Sea of Thieves.
No, but it's got that same.
Yeah, but it's got that same, but it's better because I get to build my ship and make it the way I want it. That's like me and Son within the DLC drop. What was it, Tuesday that they announced the cross-platforming, and then now we have everything that we needed.
Yeah.
Like everything. We own an island. We're a small company of 5. We had a sloop, a ramshackle sloop, a schooner. Then now we got 2 more schooners that have been added to the company, and then me and Son are both riding brigs. And even though me and him both have brigs, my brig and his brig are completely different. Like the way we lay them out, the types of sails that we like to use on them, you're completely variant and capable of building everything the way you want it. And then I go around and I run fucking maps, man. I got me and my bear again. I'm back in the same place I was pretty much when I left the game the last time. It's me and my bear, and we go around and we run treasure maps, and we kill lots of things, and then I come home and drop off lots of gold and shit for the company. And I'm like, all right, I've got everything I need. Here's all my extra gold. If anybody wants to go buy shit, and then it ends up being us pretty much going, I don't really need to buy anything. It'll take care of our fucking house for a year.
See now people out there, if you're a gamer and you're playing on a console or a PC, You can hook up with me and Jess over in Destiny.
Yes.
My gamer tag is Webboy, WEBBOY. Jess, you are?
Gabriel. It's GEYBRYL.
And thumping loud everywhere. Pick
Yep,
'em up.
Xbox platform, Steam profile. I am thumping loud.
Pick him up over there. You can run Atlas with him or whatever other fucking game he's running.
Destiny?
Could be Minecraft. You never know.
Yeah, could be Minecraft. You never know.
You never know. Can't make fun of Minecraft. It's a great game.
No, it is a great game.
It's a fun. It's still the #1 selling game on the console. Period.
Listen to this story I have right here. Sone's brother was streaming the End of the World event in Fortnite, right?
Right.
And he had his rather young son with him, which you would figure he would fit into the Fortnite category of like, oh, this kid probably plays the crap out of this game.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sitting there over his dad's shoulder the whole time while his dad's streaming the World End event, and he sits there as it turns into the black hole, and he looks at his dad and he goes, "So is that it?"
Okay.
And his son, he looks at his son and he's like, I mean, we don't know. Like right now, this is it. This is where it's at. We don't know. And he goes, well, that was kind of lame. I'm going to go back to playing Minecraft. And turns around and just walks back over to his console to play Minecraft on the Xbox. He's like, fuck this shit. I'm out. I'm going to go play Minecraft. He's like, you can get hung up on your Fortnite if you want to. I'm going to go back to playing Minecraft. He goes, if that was it, I'm definitely glad I play Minecraft.
You want to know something funny? When Fortnite first came out, it was like Minecraft.
Yeah.
Like it had like this whole building
Yeah.
mechanic.
Minecraft meets
Well,
PUBG.
it was technically a Left 4 Dead Minecraft mix where
Right.
you had to mine up the shit around your area to build the reinforcements to protect yourselves against a zombie horde that would come in overnight. And you had a 4-man squad of people who would go out and mine if you wanted to do it, or you could do it solo, or you could do it in duos. You know, the team setup just like it is for the BR. But that was, yes, the original game. Fortnite was a co-op game, not a BR.
Right. And it wasn't until PUBG became what it became that Fortnite added that,
their BR mode,
that BR mechanic that took over everything.
It killed the base version of the game completely.
Yeah.
It threw them into a tizzy as to how to handle the game too. Yeah. Yeah.
They decided that fuck the other portion of the game, and they had the free-to-play BR mode, which ended up making them tens of billions of dollars.
And you know what's funny out of all of this? I mean, with the new generation, new gen consoles that launched, video games sucked. I mean, everything that came out was horrid. But then yet, you've got these games that are just stellar. You Minecraft taking off through the fucking roof. You got Fortnite. You got Destiny holding on to its own. You've got all the Call of Duties and the new Maddens, the entire new Madden series. Whether it's I don't want to say Madden, it's the entire new EA series, sports.
Yeah,
games.
between FIFA and Madden and
FIFA, Madden, and baseball will always suck because of whatever happened with the licensing deals with Sony.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we as hardcore gamers followed all of the expos over the years, going, "Oh my god, I can't wait for this fucking game!" And 3 years later, we still don't have that game.
Yeah.
I mean, what were we excited about? We Happy Few. Anybody play it? Anybody play it?
Well,
no.
We Happy Few, it was a disappointment.
Crackdown 3, Thump.
I played the shit out of it.
Was that the one we were screaming about that was going to take advantage of next generation consoles, which did not?
Yeah, because I played it on PC when it first dropped because I was able to get it through Game Pass Ultimate.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys play God of War?
God of War is It's one of the greatest fucking PlayStation games. It's the only reason why I buy a PlayStation is for 2 games only. God of War. What 3?
God of War, Gran Turismo, MLB The Show.
Well, MLB The Show, yeah, they'd have baseball locked up.
Yep,
Yeah, they have
3.
baseball locked.
But
3 games.
I could go without the MLB
There's
The Show
also-
because I don't need
There's
baseball.
also Days
Yeah.
Gone.
Days Gone's cross-platform. You can play it on a PC too.
Yep.
Also,
Well, when they first announced it, it was.
It was yeah, but it was
PlayStation
yeah, but it never really was because it was always PC too. It's
I really got into Uncharted.
Uncharted 4. Okay, yeah,
I mean, you're talking about games that take advantage
Yeah.
of the new hardware. That game is one of
yeah. Uncharted 4 is
them.
a dynamite game.
God of War. Oh my God.
God of War is a great game. All of them, going back to fucking PlayStation 2.
And did you guys play what do you call it? Red Dead Redemption 2?
Oh, of course.
I mean,
Coming
Online
to PC.
suck.
My people are ecstatic about the fact that it's coming to PC.
Yeah.
See, online play just sucked though.
I actually didn't care for the online.
No,
mode.
the storyline was dynamite.
The storyline and just the way the detailed
Red Dead
nature.
Red
of
Dead
it,
2 made me go back and buy Red Dead 1.
right?
It really did because I didn't have the opportunity to play Red Dead 1, and I blame this straight on you, Googly Eye, because I know you're listening. My brother played the shit out of Red Dead 1. And I said to him, when you're done with that game, let me borrow it. Yeah, okay. 4 years later, no, can I take it? No. What do you mean no? How much more can you play the game? It's been 4 fucking years.
Yeah, I mean,
The new one's coming out. Why can't I play? No. Okay, fine. So I went out and bought it and found an Ultimate Edition. So I have the zombie mode and all that shit.
yeah.
Mechanics weren't as good as the second one because they changed the controller layout and the shooting mechanics weren't as good, but the storyline was there.
The storyline and the graphics and the level of detail.
Oh, the new ones. Red Dead 2 is just, it's
holy,
insane. It's insane.
bananas.
Especially if you're playing on 4K because that game is set up for it.
That is the reason. Can I just share with you? That is the reason I got a 4K TV. I actually didn't have a 4K TV before Red Dead Redemption 2 came out. And then I was at my boyfriend's place and he was playing it on his 4K TV. And I was like, that's it. We're going to have to do something about this because I cannot play this game on 720p. It's not happening.
Yeah, Destiny Xbox One X is what drove me. When I knew that game was going to be available in 4K, and of course I wanted the 4K, so I got a TV for it. And when I played Destiny on it, I've had friends come over and just sit down. Oh, what are you doing today? Well, I'm playing video games. Oh, I'll come and hang out. Okay, but you're just gonna come and sit on my couch.
Yeah.
While I play video games, like Kehoe for one. You can come and hang out. Bring a fucking 6-pack of beer because you're not drinking my beer.
I'm not sharing my beer.
But and we're not gonna sit and have fucking general chit chat because I'm shooting people.
Right.
So you can come and chill out. Okay, I'm cool with that. And they come sit down and they're like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
It kind of brings me back to the days of LA Noir.
Oh, LA Noir.
I used to sit on
Wren,
his couch.
with Wren
Yep.
on my couch, and I would say, and I feel guilty after a while. Look, dude, you're coming over. I'm playing video games. It's cool. You want to hang out? It's great. But we're really not gonna talk and shit. I'm playing this game. And he's like, no, it's cool. I just want to kill some time. And next thing I know, it's fucking 2:00 in the morning, and I'm like, dude, you want the controller? He's like, no, this is the best movie I've ever seen.
LA Noir was like that.
It
LA Noir.
was a great fucking game, and it was a movie.
It was a movie.
It was a movie, a complete movie. Ren will tell you that. He sat and watched it for fucking 16 hours.
Yes.
Oh, are we going to talk? No. What decision should I make? Do I bust this guy? Do I talk to him some more? Or do I, what do I do? Do I search around for clues? And he was like, oh, dude, I think you should do this. And I'm like, oh, okay, we'll do that.
I know. I
We'll
love
do
the
that.
decision trees. They were so cool. There was this part I remember around LA Noir where you probably remember this. What's his name? I forget the character's name.
The younger blonde-headed dude.
Yeah, like he's supposed to be interviewing this guy, and he clearly didn't do it, right? But if you let him go, your boss comes up and goes like, what the fuck are you doing? You gotta nail this out of the wall. And you fail the mission. You have to nail him, even though he didn't do it. Like that fucked with me for like a minute. I was like, what am I doing wrong here?
You took the wrong skill tree.
You're not a corrupt enough cop at this point.
Yeah, I know. That really got to me. Like I always remember that. I was like, this is a movie. Like this is the story wants me to go in a certain direction.
But the crazy thing is no one ever replicated that style of game.
No. And you know, to this day, that's one of the few games that was shot with real actors, green screened out with those dots on them.
Yeah.
To pick up all the.
Wasn't Tom Hanks one of them?
No. Not Tom Hanks. The I forgot his name now because we're going back 8 years. That was an Xbox 360 game.
Yeah.
You know that game was supposed to be 6 discs long. 6 discs, but at that time Microsoft had this thing where they felt no one would be interested in a game that was more than 3 discs long.
Nobody wanted to keep swapping. Like multi-disc was starting to reach its peak of where people were done.
That was right before fucking DVD. Well, not DVD Blu-ray.
Yeah, right before people were really done with that multi-disc shit.
Now, only 3 DLCs ever came out for that game before the company went belly up.
For L.A. Noire?
Yeah.
Well,
Rockstar Games.
No, it was a subsidiary of Rockstar, and they went belly up.
Yes.
Do you know how much DLC was left in a fucking locker somewhere?
Yeah.
And even when they remastered that game, because I played it again, and let me tell you,
Rockstar.
Yeah, but it's really a subsidiary.
It wasn't really Rockstar.
Yeah, really.
It
Rockstar was the acting
developed by Team Bondi.
Yeah, right. And Team Bondi went under.
Published by Rockstar.
Yeah, Team Bondi went under.
Mm-hmm.
And even when they remastered that game, because I played it,
Yeah.
and it wasn't in 4K, it was in HDR.
Right.
And it definitely looked 10 times better.
Yes.
We still got none of that content that was left in a locker somewhere.
It's gone.
I mean,
Team Bondi's
that's
gone.
3 discs worth of shit. I mean, we
Yeah.
got 2 DLCs. You got the whole drug run, the marijuana thing. That was kind of fun to play. But I do remember Ren sitting back going, "Yeah, no, I'm cool. I'm good. I know this
He's
is
like,
great. Can I
'cause
make popcorn?"
Because literally it was like drive the car around from point A to point B, get to point B, and this is where the gameplay was. All right, and he and I would sit there. It's like, so what do you think we should do?
Yeah, what should we do?
And it was choice A, B, and C.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Inspect
I
the
don't know,
scene
man.
first.
Yeah,
do we
you
interrogate?
gotta
What do we
Go
do?
find all the
Yeah.
clues. Oh man, that was
That was a
that
great
was
game.
fun.
Yeah, it was by far
Love
one
that.
of the better 360 games at that time. I mean, you
Mhm.
had your Call of Duties and you still had your Halos and everything else, but
You had
For-
Medal of Honor at that point. It was still
yeah, you had Medal of Honor, which EA
You
was,
had the
was
best Battlefield
pumping.
game ever.
Battlefield
Bad Company.
Bad
2.
Company 2.
Yeah, Bad Company 2 was out.
I mean, you had EA pumping all their money into everything. So yeah, you're right. You had Medal of Honor and all the EA games, and that was at the time where EA and DICE started to just get into bed, and they were sharing technology. So you had a plethora of games that were well built at that time. Now it's 6 of one, half a dozen of another. It's hit or miss.
Yeah.
I mean, you know me, I'll never buy games from 2 game companies ever again.
He quit Ubisoft.
Ubisoft can suck my left nut and make the right one jealous. I will never buy another game from them. I don't care if it's world acclaimed.
What
I ain't
game
buying it.
drove you to that point?
All of them.
No, Assassin's Creed Unity.
Assassin's Creed, The Crew, trash.
Wow. I didn't play. Did I play Unity?
And I was a huge
That was
Assassin's Creed
where they first set you into that 4-player co-op mode, and the game was horrible.
garbage. I played it with Abominable.
What started
garbage.
with that?
What started with that?
They said
the
you
fir-
could co-op.
The first 2 Assassin's Creeds were excellent. Storylines were
Wasn't
great.
Assassin's Creed. It was.
No, it was
No, it was the one where Korea invaded the United States, and you got
No,
Red. Oh no!
Come on!
I want to say Red Dawn.
No, not Red Dawn. No, that was not an Ubisoft game. That was an independent developer.
No, that was Ubisoft.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
What game? Red Dawn?
No,
No, it wasn't Red Dawn.
no,
it was Homefront.
Yeah, Homefront. Which
not
is
an-
Red Dawn.
Yeah, give or take, but that was not an Ubisoft game. That was an independent developer. You can look it up. That was an independent developer, and they're long gone.
No, because they came out with
Chaos Studios.
Right. Chaos is long gone.
Published by THQ.
Right. Yeah. And both of those studios are gone. Yeah. Homefront was a great game. The problem with Homefront is it was one of those games where the world was waiting for it.
Yes.
So it was kind of like a Call of Duty launch. You went to Best Buy or your local fucking GameStop
Actually,
and picked up that game at 12:01.
THQ is owned by
I
Ubisoft.
think the next game that's
Yeah.
gonna be like
Yeah.
that is gonna be Death Stranding.
So you
oh
bought
man,
That's
you know
Stranding.
how disappointing that game's gonna be.
Most
We're all gonna be so fucking disappointed because
I mean, I'm already creeped out by it. I'm already creeped out by it because they're selling the baby in the fucking thing as a lamp right now. Like, you know the baby that he carries on his
yeah.
that bit in that thing. Yeah, you can buy that as a desktop lamp.
Oh, I need that in my life.
Oh, and
There you
Ren,
go.
the other day I said to you,
You
were
know, you
out-
look over there and you see the fetus in the fucking bubble, and you're like, yeah, no.
Wait, let me see if I can find it.
And what did I say to you? Earthquake, tremor in California was like a 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today, 4.5 and a 4.7. What did you say to me when I said the 3.5? The bigger one's coming, is what you said.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. 4.5, 4.7.
There's still
today.
bigger to come.
Oh yeah, it's California. Yeah. All right. So Fortnite Chapter 2 is fresh in the start.
This is crazy.
If you're not in on it, check it out. The lamp, yeah, ain't that shit crazy?
Oh, I know what my boyfriend's getting for Christmas this year.
Oh God, no.
Fortnite 2 Chapter 2 drops
Yeah.
now. Check it out. Get in there. Figure out what needs to be done. You're a sports fan. XFL announced their first tier of quarterbacks. Not that they really needed to, because there really was no draft on quarterbacks. They were assigned, but look out to see where TO goes. Javaris Landry. No, not Javaris Landry. Who's the quarterback Landry? Jacob Landry. Jari Landry. He's a XFL quarterback. If you're looking
Former
at
Pittsburgh Steeler quarterback.
I think he was, yes. What was his name? I just closed the tab. I had it open. I closed it. I can't remember what it.
Remember it either.
Yeah. If you're a Disney Plus, if you're interested or looking at it, go do your interweb search. You can pick up Disney Plus right now for $4.99 a month. You have to lock into a 3-year deal at $176, but it's still $4.99.
Yeah.
You have to sign up with the Disney Insider, Golden Globe website, or wherever the fuck it is, as a park insider. But you can nail 3 years for $4.99, and I believe that ends today. Although it was supposed to end yesterday, it's still active. I looked at it. I thought about it long and hard. I even put my credit card number in, and I'm like, I'm not locking in for 3 years. I want to watch one fucking movie, and that's it. Although I want to see Toy Story 4, and they're not going to let that stream anywhere except Disney Plus, so I'll probably be pirating that. Jess, you threw out a message today in our internal chats about content that you've either watched or are watching.
Yes.
Interesting enough, the first thing you brought up was 2-second, 2-sentence horror stories, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, 2-sentence horror stories.
2-sentence horror stories, which Vera Meow has been a guest on the show before. We were with her and talking to her when 2 Sentences was still on nothing more than Verizon streaming media service.
Stage 13.
Yeah, Stage
is the
13.
platform it
Yeah,
was on.
Stage 13 platform. Yep, that was.
Shit, long gone now. They were bought up and sucked up by CW.
Well, Viacom.
Viacom, yeah.
Viacom bought
CW.
Stage 13 and took any content that was worthwhile that they felt was worthwhile and put it on CW and CW Seed.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So you just watched that?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did. She made it over to Netflix.
It's on Netflix. There's 8 episodes on Netflix.
Yeah.
Which,
Season 1.
okay.
And
Cool.
the season 2, you can go over to the CW app, download it free on Amazon, Apple, wherever.
Yeah. So season 1 was Ma. Grab that. Bring it in. Grab
I
it.
can't. I
okay.
can't because he's calling the whole call. Tell him just to call ironic. Quit dialing back into the old call.
Okay. All right.
Just call him.
Yeah. Can you just call him then? Did you add him as a?
Yes, he's added.
Okay. Wait, if you edit him as a friend, yeah, because I if I do that, it'll put me on hold. And all right, Ma, Snap, Guilty Trip, Singularity,
Ma was freaky.
Second Skin. I think that was the first 5 episodes that were available via Stage 13 at the time.
It looks like from the list of episodes you sent,
Yeah.
it looks like they're different from the ones that are on Netflix. So I'm gonna have to do some more.
Really?
Yeah, because there was this one on Netflix which I really loved. That's called Tutorial.
That might be season 2.
Oh, okay.
That might be season 2.
So only season 2 is on Netflix.
I'm not sure. I haven't even looked. I didn't even look. When you sent me the message, I was like, "Oh, here, this Javir's been on the show before. We chatted with her for I don't know, a good hour. Didn't we even make her play a game? Did she play Fuck, Marry, Kill or something like that? Yeah.
Oh my God, we have to invite her back.
Well, definitely, we'll reach out to her.
Yeah.
We got Dustin in the house. Dustin Kelly.
Hi, Dustin.
Hey guys.
How's it going? We're
Good. How's everybody?
Good.
Good.
I can't complain. It's perfect timing. We're just about to talk about a couple of things that we've either watched or plan on watching. Jessica here tonight brought up, and I don't know if you've seen any of this, comes out of the director Vera Meow. It's called 2 Sentence Horror Stories.
I have seen 2 episodes of it.
She was originally on our show, I would say about a year ago or so, when her content was streaming over on Stage 13, which was Verizon's streaming platform.
She reordered
Go90.com.
She reordered everything. So what we saw as Ma,
Ma, Snap, Guilty Trip, Singularity, Second
is
Skin.
part of episode 910 called Trilogy.
Oh, okay.
So she reordered everything on how she actually put this together.
Dustin, have you seen any of that? 2 Sentence Horror Stories?
Yeah, I saw 2 episodes of it. I really liked it.
Yeah, Vera, like I said, we had Vera on. What a hell of a... we had some deep conversations about where she came up with the content. Ma was actually out of her real life.
Really?
Yeah. Because she's somewhat Chinese, cross descent, whatever the.
Okay.
I don't want to say inbred because that's wrong, but.
That's terrible.
Well, I'm sorry, it's Webboy. That's what I do.
Okay.
But a lot of that, a lot of the first episode at that time was the first episode. Like Ren said, it was reordered, and that comes out of her real life with her crazy ass mother. I mean, she told us that story. And then she went on to, now I don't want to say direct, but oversee a lot of the episodes after that because Guilt Trip is done by, oh God, I hope I'm right on this, J.D. Dillinger or J.D. Dillard, where she is not so much the director, but overseeing all of it. But all Singularity is directed by her.
Right. Yeah, J.D. Dillard.
Yeah, Dillard. And that was Guilt Trip, which was a fucking sick show, sick episode. Second Skin was Ryan somebody another. I can't remember offhand. I just remember first names. But yeah, I mean, her content was off the walls crazy. And the whole premise of her stories was 2 sentences.
Yeah.
Here's my opening, and then the story is written from there.
And then at the end, it's like the last sentence, which I think is so cool because when I started watching them, I would see the first sentence and I would be like, I would try and guess what the second sentence was, and then I'd see the story, and I never got it right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, smart mind coming out of her with her content.
Yeah.
We enjoyed it. We enjoyed speaking with her, and we can definitely give her a call and have her back on here to recap where she's at and what her next moves are.
Yeah, I'm super interested to hear what the next thing will be for this series or for whatever else she's doing.
I don't even know.
I just watched it because I thought I could binge the whole season in like 30 minutes, but I was wrong. I really thought it was going to be like 2 sentences and I'd be out of each episode.
Well, what, her episodes are what, like 12, 14, 15 minutes?
No, they're full on.
Are they?
Yeah,
They're like 25 minutes.
20 to 25 minutes each.
She reproduced everything that she did. Because the originals that we
Yeah,
saw,
only
we
like
literally
12,
watched.
yeah.
We watched every single one of them in an hour and 20 minutes tops.
Wow, yeah. I watched, there's 8 episodes on Netflix. I don't know what's going on with 9 through 10.
Yeah, I don't know what she's doing. I know that the last thing she worked on, either before or after that, was NCIS.
Wow.
She did, well, she was on that show for, 3 episodes, 4 episodes in a couple of years, and then she went on to direct and produce stuff. So I don't know where she's at now, and I haven't spoken to her since the 2 sentences drop, which was what, the Tribeca Film Festival in 2018 is when we talked to her.
Wow.
No, we talked to her after Comic-Con on Halloween.
Yeah, we had her on. For,
last time we did a Halloween show, we had her on. She was our special guest for Halloween.
That's why the show opens with. But yeah, I mean, at that point, I think she only had 5 stories. In fact, I know she only had 5 stories. So if it's 8, then that's more than I know of. Yeah.
Plus, when you sent me the list of episodes, most of those don't match the ones that are here now. So I have a feeling that she may have just redone the entire series.
It could be.
Yeah, which is so interesting.
It could be. Again, at that time, she was contracted for Verizon, and
yeah, what we had virtually were screeners that we had gotten access to on how we got access.
Yeah, that was on Go 90, which
is
long gone, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But
Trilogy's on CW.
Oh, I'll check it out.
Yeah, I mean, hey, good for her. I mean, to go
Trilogy,
from...
Little Monsters, Only Child, Tutorial.
That is my favorite.
And Hide.
Which one?
Tutorial.
I like the social media suicide one.
That was Singularity, right? No.
Yeah, he was stalked by his alter ego of social media.
That might have been that might have been Second Skin.
And then was exposed.
Yeah, that might have been Second Skin.
And that's CW
if I'm not
free.
mistaken.
Oh, then I'll just watch
No
it.
subscription. Like if you have a Fire Stick or Apple TV or I'm sure it's on Xbox too. Just download the app and you can watch any of the content.
Wow. Okay, I'll check that out.
But yeah, for Vera, excuse me, I got my F's. I stepped on them there. It's kind of like a stutter thing. For Vera at that time, I mean, she was all over the place. Tribeca Film Festival, LA Film Festival, Outfest, a few other smaller ones, Series Fest, Fantastic Fest.
What was the horror festival that they were part of? Because that's when we caught her too. Was right there.
I think that was the Outfest, if I'm not mistaken. It was either Out or Series. I'm not sure which one it was. It was either one of those because it was right after that she won the Fox inclusion for the. No, she won the award for Outfest that year. So yeah, I would think that was the Outfest, if I'm not mistaken. It was definitely Outfest. But I mean, her shit was crazy.
It is crazy.
The whole premise of the show, the 2 sentence, to open with 1 sentence and then close with another, and give you that story in between, and all of her stuff was well directed.
Yeah.
Well done. I mean, J.D. Dillard went on to do other stuff. I mean, I don't know whatever happened with Danny Perez. I never really followed up on that.
Yeah.
The stuff she's done was outrageous, and we haven't spoken to her about a year. I think it's been about a year. So I don't know what her next plans are.
Mhm.
I know she wanted to come back on, so we could certainly reach out. We didn't scare her off too hard. Well, like I said to you, when she started here, talking to us, she was all nicey nice. And then,
Yeah.
we let out a couple F thises and shit that. And she was like,
Mhm.
wow, you can curse? And then it was all after that, it was
She
all
turned into a sailor. It was the most hilarious guest experience. It was the most hilarious guest experience because she's over there very nice and professional, calm, and just kind of telling us a little bit about everything that was going on. And then she heard the environment she was in. It was okay to maybe break out of that box a little bit. And she just went full on, like, yeah, fuck this shit. This is what I was thinking when I did this dumb shit over here. This is what the fuck I was talking about when I was doing this shit. You're like, whoa. Man, we just pulled the reins off of her. She was.
I gave you the link when you're going to work tomorrow. Listen to it because you'll be
I'm
like,
gonna.
what the fuck?
Yeah, you could tell because she does. She goes, wait, you can cuss? And we're like, yeah, you can do whatever the hell you want to. And she's like, bleh.
Yeah, all of a sudden she spewed it like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah, it was
Man, that's awesome. Yeah, that was I just discovered that this weekend.
Between her and She Writes Funny, those have been my, like, probably two of the guests that I look back on with, like, the greatest fondness. They were wonderful interviews.
Another show you brought up, and I'm hoping Dustin can interject on this too. Netflix original Mindhunter.
Yeah, I can. We did a full review on my channel for that. Second season was absolutely spectacular. It goes a lot more into the minds of a lot of the serial killers. The first season didn't do it as much. This one focuses on a lot of different interviews with serial killers, trying to get a profile built up and just learn why they did the things they did. But it focuses, its main criminal of the season is the Atlanta child murderer.
Oh.
And he had it's a crazy story because it took him forever to find him, and he had done a lot of damage by the time they got to him. And they're trying to split their times with the behavior profile between Washington, D.C., between Atlanta. But then this is all at the same time where Charlie Manson is being interviewed and all that kind of stuff. So they're going between California, Atlanta, Washington, D.C., Florida, down to a couple of them, because they're not understanding what this serial killer is doing, because usually they don't leave their demographic, and they think that he could have possibly left his demographic on this killing and stuff. So it's a very, very well written second season.
Now, a couple months back when the show first premiered, I picked up episode 1, and it was probably one of those nights where I got home from the bar, way too many beers, needed to throw something on the TV besides the news, and picked up episode 1, watched it, and probably fell asleep. Jessica had mentioned, hey, I've checked this show out, and I'd really like to talk about it. And I'm like, oh, Mindhunter, that sounds real familiar. Let me hit my cue on it, because I said to you, what platforms are you mentioning these shows on?
Yeah.
And so I went to my Netflix queue when you said Netflix, and I was like, oh, let me see what's going on. And I'm like, oh, sure as shit, I watched episode 1 of this. I don't remember it. I don't remember it. So I'm sitting at the computer, and I'm banging out shit, and I'm paying the writers today. I'm doing all sorts of shit. And I'm like, let me throw this fucking episode on and see if I can remember any of it. Well, it took a good hour for me to pay all the writers, because all I could do was watch this first episode, to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm done with this on the computer. Type, pay the rest of the fucking people, go sit on the couch and watch episode 2.
Wow.
Okay. The first episode starts out with introduction, obviously, of a guy who is a hostage negotiator for the FBI, and he's on scene at a hostage negotiation, and as he's working his magic and moving closer to the guy to try and do your Quantico or CSI, NCSI, whatever fucking show it is you watch. The guy turns around and says, you know what? I don't think you can help me. And boom, blows his fucking head off. And all of a sudden you're like, whoa, Okay.
Yeah.
And then from there, it takes off for the lead character, who very much reminds me of a young Tom Cruise. He's got that same mannerism, same speech, slightly same look. I don't want to say he looks like a young Cruise, but his voice is the same, his mannerism is the same. It
I
takes
can see that.
it takes off from there, where you've seen your first murder on scene, and maybe we should pull you off the street without fucking telling you we should pull you off the street, and you're a smart fucking educated kid, so go teach. And the show spirals from there, from a guy who again was a hostage negotiator, who becomes a teacher, who gets wrapped up in other people in the FBI and starts to take road trips to teach the police about new. It all takes place in the 70s. And that time in 1975, 76, 77, right after Son of Sam, you had a very big shift in the world.
Right.
Okay. You had mass murderers was a thing of the past, and now it becomes, people killing each other, and a guy wanting to fucking wipe out his entire neighborhood block and shit like that. So the crime of the century 70s started to change face.
Right.
You started to get terroristic people, shit like that, and that's where the show kind of takes off. It's well written, and the acting in it is not that fucking bad at all.
No, the acting is really good.
Yeah.
I think it's really well cast.
Yeah, I think the cast is well done, especially between the two. Like I said, I'm only on episode 2. I'm sorry.
There's like a younger guy,
right, and then
guy
the
that you're
older
and
guy,
there's the older guy
who wants to do nothing but play golf while he goes and interviews some fucking. He goes to a jail to interview, and the FBI can't know about this because it's not what they're supposed to be doing. So one guy goes to play golf on his day off, and the other guy goes to a jail to interview a. They didn't even call him a serial killer.
No.
What's the word he uses? I can't remember what it is. But he goes to talk to a guy who's in jail, who killed a bunch of co-eds.
Yeah, the term
His
serial
name was
killer.
Edward Kemper.
Yeah,
right,
Edward Kemper. The
and the
term serial killer hasn't even been brought up in history at this point as a real thing.
Right. And I can't remember the term, but what the guy does is he kills a bunch of co-eds, and he chops their heads off, and he fucks their throat.
Yeah, and he sits down trying to just talk to this guy, not trying to coerce a confession of what he's done. He just wants to know about, maybe reasons for why, what was the motive behind things, how did it feel, what were your emotions going into it, coming out of it, from the first time to from the first time to the next time he gets the same thing Silence of the Lambs does in a reverse order. This does from the detective's perspective of going after the killer that way instead of another killer explaining another killer. This is a detective that's like, I want to understand this, and asking all of the questions and sitting there crossing boundaries at points, getting into arguments with this killer, having jovial laughs with each other over some of the most absurd shit that they could possibly have to talk about, in a very casual conversation, because that's what the killer asked for in the very beginning. He goes, I'm not going to talk about this in this manner, and you're not going to get any further information out of me.
Right, only if you want it, and that's not what he wanted. He wanted to just sit down and have conversation and learn. It's also very early off in the
psychiatric profiling.
Yeah, they didn't even have that at this point.
No, it's called the behavioral science unit.
Right.
And what it was made for is to build a basis of a profile when they had like unknown suspects and things like that. The reason they talked to these serial killers was not necessarily to find what they did in the crime, but it was to learn patterns and profiles of killers, so that when they saw similar occurrences in other crimes, they could start to build a profile of maybe how old they would be, what kind of job they would have, where they would live, what kind of vehicle they would travel in. And they got very good at picking out suspects that were never seen and getting them down to the color of their hair before they were ever even seen by law enforcement.
Right.
Yeah, see, and that's that episode. That's exactly what I was going to say. It's kind of like the prequel. What was that show with the guy from Princess Bride, Gideon? Was that NC?
Still on the air.
Well, he's
Criminal Minds.
Criminal Minds, right? He's no longer the main character in that.
He
But
hasn't been since season 2.
Well,
'cause
yeah.
you know why he's not?
Why?
It fucked him up so badly.
Why? Yeah.
He had to leave the show.
Yeah. See, but this show is like the prequel to all that.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, you know, that whole division of Quantico was built and ready to roll, and this is pretty much everything that leads up to.
Right.
This is the guy who is starting to.
Yeah,
realize
this is virtually a rogue agent.
Yeah.
That just sits down because he's not supposed to be going in and having these conversations.
No,
like
'cause
everything he's doing is against the rules.
Right. His boss says to him, "What, you want to learn something new? Go to the library. We got the library right here. All the books are from 1972." And he's like, "Well, dude, it's 1977. I mean, you know, it's. You want me to learn shit from 5 years ago? No, you know." And then he sits down with the other dude at the bar, and they're talking about all sorts of shit. And he's like, "Wow, the world's changed, huh?" And he's like, "Yeah, yes, it has."
Yeah.
No, I dig this show.
Whenever we did the review on Doublespeak, I included links in the bottom of the show description that actually take you to a podcast that talks about all the Atlanta child murderers, and it talks to the real people that were involved, the real law enforcement agents. It talks to real parents. It does. You can hear the interrogations, all that kind of stuff. And then I also included a book link that's called The Cases That Haunt Us, that is the most haunting cases that this behavioral science unit has done. And it's like Zodiac Killer, John Benet Ramsey, things that they couldn't figure out. But I put links to all of them in there. And they're very, both of those are very interesting, the podcast and the book. That's why I included them in there, just so people could see more than the Netflix show, see like the actual cases that these guys are involved in.
Yeah, go in and do that deep dive so that you can not just get the story that's being told, but where it actually comes from, because it's so factually based on how they did it. It's an incredible storytelling.
Absolutely.
And that whole division back then or during that time, their churn on their employees is like insane, because that shit takes a fucking toll on you.
It does. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if anybody here has ever seen a dead body, but that will fuck you up, especially any dead body in a murder.
Right.
Yeah,
That
I was gonna
will
say
fuck
I never
you
saw
up.
one in a murder, but I've actually performed CPR on somebody who was passed. So I've been deep down in it. So
Yeah, I've done that on someone who OD'd, and that's not the place you want to put your mouth. That's for sure.
Oh no.
Yeah.
no, mine was
But
aneurysm.
Oh my God.
That could be even worse. I think this show, and I can't wait to get back and continue watching it, because, like I said, I'm episode 2. Episode 2. You know, you put it out there today, and the first thing I did was, all right, well, what fucking platforms are you talking about? You can't throw out shows without giving us platforms.
I've got a unique question though about this. Yeah, I got a unique question about this list because of the fact that you delivered it to us, and I jumped in on. I was like, all right, I'll go to Amazon and I'll watch this. I'll start watching this show. Do you watch that with your boyfriend?
Which one?
Which one?
Carnival Row.
Carnival Row.
Oh, I didn't watch it with him. No. But
it doesn't take long into that to know that this is almost maybe your guilty pleasure show.
Oh, I might have to watch
This
this.
this is Elvin 50 Shades of Black.
Oh, Jess, are you giving us? You're giving me something I need to know about now.
Within the first 3 episodes, I've already seen a guy who I thought was human until I got to episode 6 having sex with an elf on several different occasions. But come to find out, he's a halfling. He's a halfling. So
yeah. And did you get to episode? What is that?
I'm at episode 6.
Wren has the exact same look on my face right now. That's not something I want to get into.
I
Oh,
watched the show already. I watched this show, finished this show like 3 weeks ago.
Did you get the episode?
Did you like it?
Yeah, did you like it?
If you're into the fantasy aspect of television and you can appreciate what went into it, it's a decent show.
Okay.
There is a lot of special effects that went into the show
Oh,
to make
a
it look that much.
ton.
Just
to make it
just
happen.
to make it happen.
Yeah, just to make it happen. This thing is over the top.
See, and that's the problem.
I appreciate that.
That's the problem I think I would have with it. Not with the special effects and stuff, but about the biggest fantasy I ever got into in TV was Game of Thrones. And, you know, and that even took me a while to build up to that where, you know, I was like, oh, dragons and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I ended up loving it. But that's about as fantasy as I get.
But I mean, if you think about it,
Yeah,
half the
okay.
television you watch today is fantasy related.
Absolutely.
Walking Dead is fantasy.
A lot of fairies and ram
No,
people.
that chicken not.
Game of Thrones,
No,
fantasy.
dragons don't exist. But zombies,
anything
that's any day
anything
now.
the Sci-Fi Channel puts out there
Well,
is
yeah.
fantasy.
Yeah.
All the superhero shit you watch anywhere
Yeah.
is fantasy. It's
Yeah.
all fantasy television.
Okay. And you yell at me.
Very good point.
You watch.
'Cause-
You yell at me for watching reality
Because
TV,
most
which
people
is way
watch-
more real than the fantasy shit.
But
you
it's
talk
not-
about.
Oh, I don't think it is. That's all scripted.
Yeah, no, it's not real.
And at the
live PD is not scripted. It's
and at
live.
the end of the day, people watch television to escape reality.
It's wrestling.
So therefore,
Except for the
fantasy
news, yeah.
fits into play.
Yeah.
All
No,
right,
I
why
get
don't
it.
we take a break? We can come back and jump into some of these other.
Yeah, because
Let's-
she threw out a few other names. Yeah.
Well, that's why I wanted to know a little bit about Carnival Row. I was like, you're not watching this with your boyfriend. It's just not. It's just not one of those. It's just not one of those couples sit down and watch type of shows. It's just not. I'm not taking anything away from. No, there is a romance and lust story that goes on during this first season that is definitely.
There are two.
Well, yeah, there are two of them. One, but they're both with the same guy.
Yeah.
That's the fucked up shit. Is they're both with the same guy. But this is it.
No, you have to. No, if you're only. We got to talk about this next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to finish it before we can talk about this.
Yeah.
All right, 8-Bit Bros, you want me to play TT?
Yes, I
All
want
right.
you to go the newest break.
Justin,
yeah.
don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.
All right.
Good evening. Do you like to laugh? Are you at one with the haha? Do you like your comedy coming over the streaming medias? If so, then go directly to Amazon right now. Do not hesitate and download Jim and Drino's Not Dead Yet. Recorded live at the world famous comic strip. It is a giggle-a-second fun fest. An hour of me for you. Jim and Drino's Not Dead Yet. Available only on Amazon.
Jim Mendrinos, Not Dead Yet. Now available on Amazon Prime. Watch it today.
Hi, I'm Snowy Angel. And I'm Kinky Candy. Have you heard of Spunk Lube yet? Oh, you have got to get it. I mean, really, it's the lube that everyone's talking about and everyone's going to want. Look at that. It looks like real cum. Yeah, I mean, how can that get better? I mean, it's nice. It just feels so good when you rub it all over yourself. Everywhere. And you know what gets better about it? There's different kinds of Spunk Lube. They actually have hybrid. Yes, and they have different colors too. Like they have pink and yellow and even green. Like, what can get better than that? If you want like the kinkiest, spiciest nights, yes, Spunk Lube. Oh, hell yeah. Get spunked today. Get it today at spunklube.com. That's right. Spunklube.com, and don't forget it. Get yours right now.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real man of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Centerfold Retoucher.
Mr. Centerfold Retoucher.
Your incredible talent takes gorgeous women and somehow makes them gorgeouser.
Mucho gordioso.
Breasts bigger, moles smaller, mustaches gone.
You're a star.
Thanks to you, hot wax is a thing of the past, and working out is for suckers.
Ancient history.
Any artist can say their work is in a gallery, but how many can say their work is stuffed under mattresses around the world? So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, old Da Vinci of the Derriere, because thanks to you, we can enjoy real beauty the way we like it. Completely fake. Bud Light beer, Anheuser-Busch, Fort Collins, Colorado.
Hey, everybody out there. This here's John G, and I have a special on Amazon called Living Large. It's a stand-up special. It's funny. It was shot at the comic strip live in New York City. You're gonna love it. You're gonna see me at my biggest. See, a few weeks ago, I had a heart attack. So if you don't want to go watch it because I'm funny, have some pity on me. Go watch my special. I'm in weight. I'm not gonna be so big anymore. No more living large. I gotta lose weight. They want me to take off pounds. I don't want to take off pounds. I love food. But anyway, go watch the special. It's gonna be funny. And I don't know how much longer I gotta live. I'm wearing this defibrillator thing. I don't know what this thing does. Supposedly it shocks me if my heart stops. My heart stopped years ago. Anyway, John G, Living Large, Amazon. Go check it out before I'm not here to watch.
John G. Living Large, now available on Amazon Prime. Watch it today.
Listen and imagine. It takes 5 seconds to send a text, and for those 5 seconds, you're driving blind. Life is worth more than a text. Stay alive. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, Noise, and the Ad Council.
You got something you want to get off your chest? We want to hear it. Call in 917-720-3038. The Ironic Radio hotline is now open. Ironic Radio, well, isn't it?
Why men great till they gotta be great? Woo! I just took a DNA test, turns out I'm 100% that bitch. Even when I'm crying crazy, yeah, I got boy problems, that's the human in me. Bling bling, then I solve them, that's the goddess in me. You could've had a bad bitch, not committal. Help you with your career, just a little. You supposed to hold me down, but you're holding me back, and that's the sound of me not calling you back. Why men great till they gotta be great? Don't text me, tell it straight to my face. Best friend set me down in the salon chair. Shampoo press, get you out of my hair. Fresh photos with the bomb lighting. New man on the Minnesota Vikings. True first needed something more exciting. You tried to break my heart, oh that breaks my heart. That you thought you ever had it, no you ain't from the start. Hey, I'm glad you're back with your bitch. I mean, who would wanna hide this? I will never, ever, 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 ever be your side chick. I put the singing single, ain't worried about a ring on my finger, so you can tell your friend. Shoot your shot when you see him. It's okay, he already in my DM. Why men great till they gotta be great? Don't text me, tell it straight to my face. Best friend set me down in the salon chair. Shampoo press, get you out of my hair. Fresh photos with the bomb lighting. New man on the Minnesota Vikings. True first needed something more exciting. I'ma hit you back in a minute. I don't play tag, bitch, I've been there. We don't fuck with lies, we don't do goodbyes. We just keep it pushing like aye, aye, aye. I'ma hit you back in a minute. I don't play tag, bitch, I've been there. We don't fuck with lies, we don't do goodbyes. We just keep it pushing like aye, aye, aye. Why men great till they gotta be great? Don't text me, tell it straight to my face. Best friend set me down in the salon chair. Shampoo press, get you out of my hair. Fresh photos with the bomb lighting. New man on the Minnesota Vikings. True first needed something more exciting.
8-Bit Bros. Tuesday early show. Yup.
Oh
We're
yeah.
at. Yeah. I got the wrong button. I turned the wrong dials on that one. I apologize. Dustin in the house. Dustin, tell him where you can be found, please.
We are at the Doublespeak Studios, not only on YouTube, but on Facebook, on Instagram, and we have our website, www.doublespeakstudios.com.
You launched that like what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, about 2-3 weeks ago.
How's the traction? Good?
Pretty good. We're still a pretty small little show. We're starting to gain a little traction, though.
That's good. All of our listeners should check it out. You know the deal. Doublespeak Studios.
Hey, we found a piece of software from you.
From me?
Yeah,
Yep.
what software was that?
That YouTube publisher.
Oh, TubeBuddy.
TubeBuddy.
That's a great piece of software.
Yeah, we found that from you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
Fun piece of software. All right. Before we get into some of the other things that Jessica dropped, and I have not partaken in Carnival Row at all. She threw out their Electric Dreams over on Amazon. Has anybody watched or caught El Camino Breaking Bad movie?
I have not.
We are done watching it, and we review it tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Can I get an early preview of your thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was very well written. Have you seen it?
I watched it last night. I watched it. I actually made my girlfriend sit down and watch it, who has never watched Breaking Bad.
I don't really think you need to. I mean, there's some Easter eggs in there and stuff, but I don't think you need to watch Breaking Bad. I really liked it. I thought the writing was really well done. The actors were good. I had a couple problems with it. I think that they paid a lot of fan service in it. And what makes me worry about doing all that fan service is I have a feeling with the way that the movie ended, and that's another thing that I didn't like, is we're going to continue going back to this well over and over.
I thought it was nice, and I agree with you on the fan aspect of it. I mean, the cameos here and there, the drop-ins from a lot of characters. I thought that getting the closure of Jesse was well done. We never really kind of knew what happened. I mean, you knew the story of Walter White because that was pretty much the main character of Breaking Bad. So you kind of knew that story hands down. But to get the backstory and the closure on Jesse, it was pretty damn good. I mean, me personally, 6.5. I give it a 6.5.
Okay.
I definitely give it a 6.5. It was nice to understand what happened with Jesse after Breaking Bad ended.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you knew that there was turmoil taking place, and I don't want to say too much because I know there's a lot of people out there who haven't seen it yet. I mean, I think Netflix reported 36 million people so far have watched it.
That's bananas.
You know.
Well, I think that's like they're pretty much their average now, because I think they were saying the same numbers for that Adam Sandler garbage dump murder mystery.
Yeah, and the same thing for Black Mirror and fucking Chappelle. Yeah, so that's probably just an average number. But I would give it a 6.5. The closure on the Jesse story, I thought was, again, like you said, the writing was well done. So it closed out Jesse's story. Well, at least we think it closed out Jesse's story. I get your point, Dustin. Trust me. I was a Breaking Bad fan, so I totally get it.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what kind of ruined it for me was I won't say I ruined it, because that's taking a big leap, but it definitely tarnished the story to me, because like I said, I want some finality. I mean, it's been a while since the show's been out. We got a little bit of finality with the show. Vince Gilligan has come out and said that Walter White is dead.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. I want some finality. I don't want to keep wondering, are we going to go back to him? Because I might say something controversial here, but Aaron Paul, is not a good actor except as Jesse Pinkman.
You're right, because what did he do after Breaking Bad?
Oh, he's done
Need
like
for
video
Speed.
game movies.
Need for Speed, which I mean, okay, the movie wasn't that the writing on the movie wasn't bad. The acting in that movie was horrid, and not just from him, but from every fucking character in that movie. You know, I watched that intently and was waiting for it because, again, me and Thump.
Wasn't the actor who played Freddie Mercury, wasn't he also in the movie? He quit his job by stripping down naked and walking out of the office that day.
Rami Malek.
Rami Malek, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's also the lead actor in The Path on Hulu.
Oh, yes, he is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's Eddie Lane.
Yeah.
And he's also the producer on that.
He's also in
I didn't know
BoJack
that.
Horseman.
I didn't see that.
Yes,
It's
he is.
anime.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's over on
It's
Hulu.
really, it's Netflix.
Yeah,
It's
Netflix.
really good and more dark than you'd think. Like
It sits really well in a animated block that contains like an Archer to
Yeah.
BoJack.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
the whole adult anime, or animated, because it's really not anime.
No, it's
but
not
yeah,
anime, but it's like an
adult
animated.
With a good dirty story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a good old dirty story where it's just like, oh, this is not for kids.
You know, if you're a Breaking Bad fan or have been or was of the show, then I do recommend watching El Camino, especially from the point of the closure of the Jesse story. If you're looking for more of the Walter White story, you're not going to get it. It's not there. Don't even think about it. This is basically all about Jesse Pinkman.
Okay.
It is his story, his closure. You get to learn a lot of what took place after the end of Breaking Bad with Jesse, which is, I mean, I don't know, Dustin, would you agree? It's kind of brutal.
Man on the run.
Yeah, but you know what I would say is even more brutal is what they show that happened during Breaking Bad that we didn't get to see on the show. I think that was even more brutal.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree with that. Totally.
You know, I joked to my co-host because she's a big Breaking Bad fan, and she said, we got to watch this movie, we got to review it. I said, okay. I said, but I have a feeling it's going to be a real stinkeroo. And I said, you know, I thought about the pitch meeting for it, and you know, Aaron Paul really hasn't done anything, so I can just see him in front of these guys like, hey, look, I got an idea. We don't need Walter White, we don't need anybody. We just need me. We'll make a story. We'll slap Breaking Bad on it. Hundreds of millions of people will watch it, and I'll be back in the limelight.
And that's the reason why I give it no more than like a 6.5. I agree with you on that. Again, like I said, from the standpoint of a Breaking Bad fan, it gives you the closure on the
absolutely
that was never there.
But I would say that there were characters in this movie that were better than Jesse Pinkman's character.
I thought that the two friends.
I thought they were good, but I'm more talking about the guy that kept him in the cage that took him out because he needed help putting the top on the El Camino. And
Todd Alquist.
Yeah, what did he play in? He played in some other shit that we all
Jesse
know.
Plemons.
We all know him from some other sitcom or some shit like that.
Yeah,
I thought his acting was phenomenal.
Yeah, I do, and I thought that his
Drunk History.
Friday Night Lights. Yeah, Friday Night Lights.
He was also in Breaking Bad for one season.
Yeah, the final season, the important season of Breaking Bad.
And I thought his character and his acting, for that matter, was probably the best in the movie.
Yeah.
In the movie.
Yeah, and his approach and treatment of Jesse through all that is kind of like you're kind of waiting at one point for something major to happen, because he played such the little weasel through the final season of Breaking Bad, and still plays that weasel in this one.
But with more compassion.
Yes.
And a perfect example of that is in when they're in the, I don't want to give away, like you said, too much, when they're in the desert together.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he's telling him, "Hey, when we go home, I was going to order some pizza."
Yeah, what kind of pizza do you like?
Yeah, and everything that's going on, he's still talking about this pizza, real soft to Jesse, and I thought, man, that's great.
Yeah, and you were hoping to God Jesse pulled the opposite move. And again, don't want to give it too much away.
Right.
You were hoping to God that he would just pull the opposite move, and it never happens. And you start to sympathize with.
Well, just how much he's messed up in the brain.
Dude's fucked
because of what they did to him.
Yeah.
And you really, now I will give it to Aaron Paul on that. I think that he played I'm trying to think how to say this. I think he played the destroyed character very well.
Yeah.
When he tries to play the tough guy, I have a hard time with it.
Yeah, agreed. I just go back and look at Need for Speed. Yeah, it's a horrible. I mean, you give that movie about 3.5, 4 stars, period.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he plays a role in this that is comparable to what Breaking Bad was. You know,
absolutely.
He continues that character and plays it the same. I thought that the two friends, and I can't remember the name, but
you're talking about Skinny Pete and Weasel.
Yeah, Skinny Pete and Badger, right?
Badger. I'm sorry, Badger.
I thought Skinny Pete was. He stepped up from the character he played in Breaking Bad to become this. I got this great idea, dude. You do this, and we'll do that, and all will be good. And he's right in the movie. You know, he really, because in Breaking Bad, he was just like the guy. He reminded me of a guy from like Trailer Park Boys that you just want to just go away. Just go away.
Well, if you remember in Breaking Bad, a lot of, I mean, he's not like a whatever guy. He definitely helped Jesse come up with especially on maybe season 1, Jesse, where he really wasn't all there. As the character matured, he got smarter.
Yeah, but I mean, out of the
early-
two, Badger was the guy.
Badger was the really dumb one.
Badger was the heavyweight, semi-fat dude who.
No, that's oh my god, Poncho, Rerun. Oh my god.
Yeah, Rerun. What are we fucking? What's happening?
I was like, where did we go?
Rerun. You want me to get up and do the dance? Because I can do it. But I like the part he plays in it. He comes around and he's the one who comes up with the grand plan of, all right, we'll swap cars. You take this one. And that was not the character he played in Breaking Bad at all. He played the complete stoner, and it gave a little more character depth to the secondary characters, in my opinion.
Can we point out how good Robert Forster was in it? And the Vacuum Shop, he was excellent. And this was actually the last movie released while he was still alive.
Yeah.
That actually premiered while he was still alive. And of course, I mean, my favorite role of his is Jackie Brown, but I thought he was excellent in this movie.
Yeah, it's amazing that no one has commented on Kristen Ritter's role.
Ritter plays who?
I'm not a big fan of her. She's the girlfriend that was Aaron Paul's girlfriend, was Jesse's girlfriend on the show. I'm not a big fan of hers in really anything that she does.
Yeah, you didn't like her in Jessica Jones?
No, I actually I thought that was the worst of the Marvel shows.
What?
Absolutely.
What?
Wow.
I'm not listening to you anymore.
Categorically disagree.
I was like, you went from being one of their favorite people in the world to you just probably went like 6 pegs down.
Categorically.
And I hate that happened, but I have to be real.
He's like, but I'm not changing my opinion. Fuck that shit.
I did not like Jessica Jones. Now people say that the second season was better, and I think it even won a third season. But compared against like Daredevil, Punisher, I thought Luke Cage was garbage.
Garbage.
Luke Cage
I couldn't relate to
very
it.
good. No.
Yeah.
And of course, Iron Fist was complete trash.
I liked Iron Fist.
Yeah, I liked Iron Fist too. I thought it was way better than Jessica Jones.
I thought Iron Fist was the trash.
Iron Fist just didn't make any sense at all.
Oh, it made a lot of sense. It was just nonsense. That was.
His entire
It
character.
seemed so irrelevant to anything else that was going on around it. It was like this little. Let me tell you this side story that's going on while all of this other shit is actually happening. Let me tell you a little story about a guy.
Well, I thought that on Iron Fist that the brother and sister that ran the corporation were very good.
Yes.
They were. They bring the show up from completely unwatchable to just garbage.
I guess I need to ask him what was it that you liked about Jessica Jones? Like what set that one up there? Because like I said, if you compare it against like a Daredevil or a Punisher, I mean, it doesn't hold a candle to those shows.
Yeah, no, I definitely rank it. I definitely rank it below those.
The only reason why Punisher became a thing was because of Daredevil.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay,
And-
so I will give that credence and who they cast as the lead
and
actors.
John Bernthal.
Yeah, John Bernthal sold that role completely.
Absolutely.
From a
And
storyline,
if I'm being really honest,
from a storyline though, Jessica Jones sold it from start to finish. That entire story was I don't want to say the truest, but it was definitely the tightest storyline. At some point in time, even though Daredevil was very dark, it got a bit hokey at certain points in time. Like you got rid of Kingpin. That's the ultimate big baddie for Daredevil. And then you inserted the Punisher, which was just some bullshit storyline just to have a season 2. Like that's that entire.
Well, and if I'm going to be real honest, I would say that Daredevil season 2 Punisher was better than both Punisher seasons of its own series.
Oh yes,
more true to the character.
I think the Punisher season 1 was definitely just an origin story to get all of that bullshit out of the way because
absolutely
at the time did they think, oh hey, we're not going to have 5 seasons of Punisher. It's Punisher. We could do whatever the fuck we want with them. Little known to them that Disney's going to go do what they're going to do and pull the carpet out from underneath Netflix and call it a day.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people are calling to bring over the Daredevil cast and the Punisher cast into the MCU.
They're calling to pull all of them over to Disney, but they can't do anything for, I think it's a year.
It's 2 years.
It's 2 years.
2 years.
It's 2 years.
And they will end up with their own. They will end up with their own series on Disney Plus.
The problem when you put all these characters together and you make a series like the Defenders, and I think the Marvel movies did this well. You can't bring B and C level characters, which we would all agree that Heroes for Hire, Luke Cage, all those guys are pretty much B and C level characters. You can't bring those to the screen unless you have a storyline that makes you want to watch them. And the most perfect one that I would say from the MCU is, who had heard, if you don't read comic books, who had heard of the Guardians of the Galaxy before James Gunn stepped in?
Yeah, nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Who had heard of Ant-Man?
Right.
Well, Ant-Man was part of the cartoons back then.
Yeah,
so-
Ant-Man was kind of a staple.
Yeah.
He always had a unique staple point
And
in the universe. He was the most. He was the most
But who
obscure
the fuck
known
did you
character.
ever hear? What kid or grown man ever said, my favorite superhero is a guy that makes the size of a fucking ant?
No, but
Nobody.
but every one of those who had a favorite. The problem you have here with your question is not the fact of who wanted to be him, but the fact that everybody who wanted to be a superhero did know who Ant-Man was.
Oh, okay.
They
I
may
will
not
give you
wanted
that.
to be him, but they did know who he was.
Well, and I will say that from the Avengers tie-ins when he did Giant Man and all that kind of stuff, I would definitely agree with you there. But you look at someone like Star-Lord or like Ronan the Accuser, anything like that.
All right, yeah.
No one knew of them, and look at them now.
Oh yeah. Well, now I have a book of that's listed of all of the what you'd call the BCs, like the undercard when you show up for the fight. I've got the undercard superhero book that's like people you never probably heard of, but they had long runs as comics, and it's like
Absorbing Man.
Yeah, you're like, what the
Absorbing man.
Green Lantern.
Well, hey, Green Lantern. I mean, that was a
Green
TV
Lantern.
show back in the 60s, so.
Green Lantern's got a very unique following of their own, though. Like it's almost tried to niche itself out to just being its own universe.
Yeah.
When they multiverse themselves, and you found out that Green Lantern wasn't only one person, that it was actually an organization. They tried to tried to separate itself to be completely not part of all the other story. It wanted to just be what happens with Green Lantern moving on to Red Lantern and Blue and
Yeah.
what was black
yellow.
and what was going on with their stories and everything else. They really tried to comically they tried to separate themselves.
But really, the only time Green Lantern really showed is during that Darkest Night storyline.
Yes.
That he showed through. You know what I mean? That he's like, man, that guy's a badass.
Yeah, had the hero power. Like,
Yeah.
truly had the hero power.
Let us not forget that semi-awful movie that they had, too.
Yeah, with Deadpool, with
Yeah.
Deadpool.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
I know
yeah.
I
somehow
thought Deadpool was
Deadpool-
a great movie.
I
Well,
love
Deadpool
Deadpool.
was,
Well, I guess they're in talks to bring him over for sure into the MCU now.
Well, no, X-Men. If they bring the mutants over.
Well, I don't know why they wouldn't. They own 20th Century Fox now. I don't know what that would be a stupid move if they didn't.
Well,
Probably
it's not.
will.
It's not saying that they won't. It's
How?
they
and
need to
when.
figure out if they're either A, going to keep on with the storyline that Fox has already created.
Right.
That's a horrible
Or-
idea.
Or are you going to just reboot it from the jump? Now, the problem with rebooting it from the jump is all of the characters who have played said X-Men over the past 10 to 15 years.
It's time for a reboot, guys.
But here's the thing.
It's
In
not-
all the X-Men, and this is a serious question because I'm not a big X-Men fan, but in looking at all the X-Men, and there's tons of them, who do you really care about in the movies? If they're going to make superhero movies, who do you really care is in a movie?
The answer is everyone who was in the 90s cartoon. That is Wolverine, Cyclops,
Wolverine.
Jean Grey, Storm,
Yeah.
Gambit, Jubilee.
I don't know about Jubilee, but I mean the core five. The
Yeah.
core five.
When
The
can I
core-
get my standalone Gambit movie, please?
Well, they had it working for a while with Channing Tatum.
I don't know if I want to go with Channing Tatum as my Gambit, but I'm saying
Take his wife though. That's for sure.
I'm saying I just want my Gambit movie. That is like one of the best characters ever.
I mean, I think the core five.
Yeah.
You know, the core five is Wolverine, Storm. Who's the dude with the glasses?
Cyclops.
Cyclops.
Cyclops, Marvel Girl, Beast,
No,
Angel,
fuck Marvel
Iceman.
Girl. No,
Definitely
fuck
Beast.
They're the original.
Well, Marvel goes Jean Grey. Also
Jean
Phoenix.
Grey.
Yeah.
Of course, because she's the hottie. So then you got to go the two professors on both sides of the board, good and evil.
You can go far. You can
You know, you need
extend that a little.
Magneto, you need
You need
Professor,
Professor X.
right?
Yep.
So you need Magneto and Professor X, and there's your core five.
So, how many X-Men movies do we have right now?
7, I believe, right? 7? think it's
We
7.
have 3 X-Men movies, and then we have the 2 Wolverine movies
3.
Yeah.
3, because Logan.
Yeah,
and
Logan.
Logan.
Yeah,
So we've
3.
got so that's 6,
7.
7,
You
8,
have
9.
you have X-Men 2000, X2 2003, X-Men The Last Stand 2006,
Last Stand, right.
X-Men Origins Wolverine 2009.
That's his origin story.
X-Men First Class 2011, The Wolverine 2013.
Part 2 of the origin story.
X-Men Days of Future Past 2014.
Uh-huh.
They're including Deadpool in this 2016, X-Men Apocalypse 2016, Logan 2017, Deadpool 2 2018, Dark Phoenix 2019. Upcoming in 2020 is
We were up to 12. We were up to
Okay,
12 before you
so-
went coming up.
Okay, so of those 12,
yeah,
how many of those were good?
4.
Oh shit! I think you're giving them way too much credit.
I think the first 2 were good.
Fuck you, Ren. 0.
And I think
You're a
that
retard.
the second
The 2 Deadpool.
Wolverine good. You shouldn't count Deadpool as an
No,
X-Men
because he's
movie.
not part of the X-Men
No, he's
universe.
not
Even though
really.
he's part of it, he's never been in any of the movies.
He's
The
a mutant.
Look, the first two
But
X-Men movies
no,
are
the run and
spectacular.
see you
Hope
can't
and
take
Ronnie-
no you can't take away the he was supposed to be with the X-Men, and the ongoing
Yeah.
joke with Deadpool and the reason why he's in you have to throw him into the universe is because
Well, yeah.
they've been looking to get him the entire time. In his whole movies, he's like, I'm still not hanging out with your fucking boy band. Like that's his ongoing thing is going, I'm not going to be part of the X-Men. I'm a good guy, but I'm not going to be part of the fucking X-Men. So that's why he's part of the universe, is because he's there the whole time. All of everything that they've got going down is going down.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm not rolling with y'all bitches.
Yeah.
I'm not going to wear that suit with the little X on it. I'm just not going to
But
do
even,
it.
you know, I would say X-Men First Class and what was the one they made after that with the same cast?
Future Past.
Future Past.
Future Past. That and even Logan wasn't that good.
I really like Logan.
Yeah, and I get your point of it not being good, but for an origin story on Logan, which takes you back.
It was Logan. It was Logan the old man story. That's the one they told. It was Logan the old man story.
Finality story.
Oh, final. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was Logan the old man retiring Wolverine.
X-Men Origins Wolverine. And
Right, Wolverine. Okay, yeah.
So,
I'm confusing
actually,
I'm sorry, I'm confusing
the
my stories.
continuity is a little bit weird with these movies.
Yeah, because they're out
very.
There are two Wolverine movies. One is supposed to be an origin story, but if you watch the subsequent movie, it disregards it completely.
Yeah,
it does.
You know,
It says that adamantium bath, the way it happened in Origins, didn't happen that way.
Didn't happen that
If
way.
you-
Yeah.
Which so the better idea would be to make a Weapons X story.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. It looks like that's where they were heading.
And that's why you get to change. That's why you get to change the actor, though. That's
no, you
what.
have to change the actor. You can't have.
That's why they're allowed to do that at this point.
I know.
And
That's
progress.
why they need to hold off. They need to hold off.
Yeah, how do you do that? He is Wolverine.
Nah, but he is not Weapon X.
He's fucking Wolverine.
Nah,
man.
but he is not Weapon X.
I thought about this, right? Because after Logan, I was like, I know, he's done with the role, but there, in my world, there is no other Wolverine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
He's been Wolverine since I was like a kid. So
They, as of right now, have no plans. Like, Marvel's future is Black Widow, which is an origin story because
Yeah.
we know she's dead.
Horrible.
Which is going to contain Iron Man.
Which
Yeah.
is
The last
next
Iron
is November 6, 2020, The Eternals. February 12, 2021, Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings.
Which is another Iron Fist kind of story.
This
Yeah.
kind of story.
That'd be
Then
bomb.
May 7th, 2021, what I'm waiting for is Doctor Strange in
Absolutely.
the
Can't
Madness.
wait for that.
Boring.
I wish they would push that up. 'Cause I love
July
Doctor Strange.
16th of 2021
Is it the same Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
Yeah, same Doctor
Cumberbatch.
Strange.
Yeah, he sucks. Okay.
Oh,
He does not
fuck you.
suck.
Next movie.
Untitled Spider-Man Far From Home sequel.
Yeah. Okay.
Which was
Thor-
at risk of not existing. It almost got written off.
Yep.
No, it wasn't.
Well, Holland is
no,
gonna,
it never.
Holland's
Yeah.
gonna play.
It
period.
never.
Yeah,
It was never
Holland's
going
playing,
anywhere. That
yeah.
was all conjecture. Thor: Love and Thunder. They're
Okay.
dropping 4 movies in 2021.
Can't wait for Love
And then
Thunder.
May 6, 2022, Webby's favorite character of all time.
Oh God.
All time. And I bet. I know-
Aquaman.
no, he is going
That was
to.
a horrible movie.
But that's DC, first of all.
That's
not Marvel.
okay.
He is probably going to be buying his tickets the moment he possibly can.
Oh God.
Will be Black Panther 2.
Oh, fucking horrible movie.
That
The
was
Even
first-
even though we know Webb's lining up for the next Blunt Man and Chronic movie, not Black Panther.
Right. Exactly. The first Black Panther was horrible.
It was not.
Oh, it was not horrible.
It was not.
Oh, dude, you sat in a fucking theater waiting for this huge war that was building the entire movie, and all you got was the camera stuck on a stage with 3 people fighting while this entire war went on behind.
Because you got that war that it built up in Infinity War.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's where that
but-
war happened.
But you had fucking 3 races of people battling it out behind 3 people on a stage. It was like, well, where's the action in all this? I waited all this time for a fucking war, and it doesn't take place. It's an afterthought. It's fodder for the background camera because we couldn't afford the CGI or the cinematics because we paid people $260 million to film it. The movie sucked.
It does not.
The movie sucked. The movie sucked. I'm sorry, the movie sucked. I will stand by that. The movie sucked.
Yeah, it's his favorite movie of all time.
Movie was horrible.
Michael
It was
B. Jordan
trash.
was awesome in it, and
And
so
the-
was Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah. Oh, and they all won an Oscar for what? Non-existent.
Racism. That's why.
So,
oh,
let's go around. Since he says Black Panther is his worst Marvel movie,
First.
what's everyone's worst Marvel movie on the panel here?
The Hulk.
The original Hulk?
No, number 2.
Incredible Hulk in 2008.
Yeah, that was the second one, right?
So Norton, right?
Yeah, CGI in that was fucking god awful.
Yeah, that is me as well. That is like that one's horrible.
That was god awful.
Wait, are you talking about the Ang Lee one or the one?
No, that's the Eric Bana one. He's talking about the Ed Norton one.
Yeah.
I actually like that one.
Oh, CGI was god awful.
Yeah.
Second to that, Avengers: Age of Ultron.
I'm gonna say something really bad. This might knock me down a couple more pegs. The movie that I hated the most in the Marvel universe was Thor Ragnarok.
Ooh.
Wow, you are at the minority with that one because there's a lot of people who would.
I
one of
hated that movie.
Is it
They
because it
made-
was silly?
Exactly.
Is it?
They
See,
took a
I knew
character
it.
who's not silly and made him silly.
It was silly because Ragnarok was silly.
Yeah, but
The whole thing was kind of like a superhero comedy.
It could have been World War Hulk, and it would have been awesome. But they decided to make everyone laugh, and you see that it carried forward into Endgame with Fat
Ooh.
Thor, and it irritated the shit out of me.
Ooh, you didn't like that Fat Thor made the reappearance?
I
look.
love that Thor. Can I just tell you something? My least favorite Marvel movie is the second Thor movie. What is that? Thor.
Ragnarok.
That's the Dark World.
The Dark World.
Dark World, yeah.
Because it was boring and forgettable. Quick, tell me
But
what
Thor is boring and forgettable.
Right,
That's how I
that's
want my
why-
Thor.
No, I don't want to
Boring
watch
and
boring
forgettable.
blonde guys. I want to watch fun blonde guys. That's why the
You
third
mean
one was
hot
good.
blonde guys.
He was
right?
hot in the second one,
yeah.
but he was still even the Chris Hemsworth abs could not save that movie from the absolute boredom that it was.
What's even worse out of all of this is your fat Thor and the comedic value that went along with it is going to be portrayed in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So it doesn't end
No, it doesn't.
at Thor movies. It's going to
Right, it's going to be the Asgardians of the
Yeah,
Galaxy.
Guardians of the
Asgardians,
Galaxy.
yeah, Asgardians, yeah, which is how they'll build that movie too, just to keep playing on the hype of it all. And I think that may bomb as the worst Marvel movie yet.
I don't know. James Gunn's back on board, and that it takes a lot to make a James Gunn movie bad.
Yep.
I mean, look at what he did with Suicide Squad 2. That thing is going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about it though because they killed off. Well, I don't want to say they killed off, but is Jared Leto in that movie?
I hope
No.
so.
No, because the new Joker is the new Joker, and we'll talk about that.
Can we?
once
That's
every-
what I was about to say. Can we
Yeah.
talk about that movie?
I haven't seen it yet, and
I haven't seen it yet
yeah.
either, and I want to say I'm
What?
saving all my comments. For it.
I plan on seeing it this week, period, hands down, because it's almost too late into the internet movie cycle to not see that movie.
Yeah, you have to go see it. ASAP.
Yeah, and I've been staying away from everything on the internet because I want to give my own honest opinion. I like Joaquin Phoenix.
Mhm.
I don't really care what kind of crazy batshit shit he's done in his life. I like him as an actor. Even going back to the fucking Johnny Cash movie, I thought he was great in
Oh,
that.
I love that.
That
movie.
Walk the
really,
line.
yeah, I thought he was dynamite in that.
He was really good as Johnny Cash.
I mean, even his fucking whacked out, I don't know who the fuck I am or what I want to be crazy ass movie he did, I thought was good.
Oh, the mockumentary.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not here anymore.
Yeah.
Or I'm still here.
Right.
I'm still here.
Yeah, I thought that was actually well done.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm trying to stay away from everything on the internet for that movie. I want to see it for myself.
Well, can I give you a little idea of how to approach this movie?
Absolutely.
Don't approach it as a supervillain movie.
Well, no, everything.
Don't approach it as a comic book villain movie.
Yeah, everything I read, up to this point, and I don't want to say we, but everybody's got their digs in the internet, and you can pick up scripts and read them, well before there's websites for that. If you're signed up for them and all that, I read the script.
You read the script?
Yeah, I read the script beforehand. You can. I'll drop that info to you. There's websites where you can grab the scripts and read them, especially if you're in any of the Actors Guild shit. You're right. It's not a supervillain superhero movie. It's I don't want to say it's a prequel, but it's more of a.
It is a Birdman type of movie.
Yeah, it's
Birdman did it better.
Well,
Birdman may have done it better. I was actually about to ask about that movie. Like, where would you consider Birdman? And that's DC, right? And doesn't Birdman fit in the DC?
Yeah.
Kinda, but it's
like
not,
he's
not really a superhero movie.
It's more of an image.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, either way, I'm intrigued to see this movie. I wanted to see it when I first heard that it was Joaquin Phoenix being, portrayed as Joker, and we know it's a one-off movie, or at least he said it was a one-off movie, that he was only doing one, and that was that.
Yeah, he said a lot of things while preparing for this role.
I think that was bullshit.
Yep.
And he was waiting to see what people thought of the movie, and then he was going to decide whether he was going to do another one.
Either that, or he didn't want to fuck over Jared Leto that much. I mean, Jared Leto was supposed to be the new Joker, and allegedly would take aback completely when they announced Joaquin Phoenix as the new Joker.
Well, Jared Leto was not a good Joker.
Yeah, I don't think that was his fault though.
He was a Suicide Squad Joker.
Well, no,
Doesn't count.
The story wasn't written for Joker. It was written for Suicide Squad, which turns out really to be nothing more than the Harley Quinn story.
Right.
Right. Leading towards Birds of Prey.
Right. And her next 2 or 3. I mean, we all know there's going to be 2 or 3 of these movies based on Harley Quinn. I mean, her company's already been picked up for them. This was her idea to do Birds of Prey.
Which, by the way, looks like garbage.
Yeah, it does look like garbage.
Ren completely
It looks like a
agrees with you.
CW show.
I shit all over that. No, I literally sat there. I watched the trailer, and I came on the show that night, and these boys could not even get a word in edgewise. It
don't
garbage.
matter. Margot Robbie's hot.
It doesn't matter. I'm not going to sit through 3 fucking hours of a shitty Birds of Prey movie.
I will, with the hopes that I see her titties. I will totally sit through that.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, let's go see.
You never thought that with Gwen Stefani, but they popped out all over the internet too. She is the Gwen Stefani of acting.
What?
Margot Robbie. She's hot as hell. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying she's not. I'm just saying.
I like little skinny hot chicks.
I'm just saying.
Especially blondes.
If this is a shitty movie, it doesn't matter whether she's hot or not.
It does look like a CW show. It looks like a bad Arrowverse show.
Well, go ahead, say it.
Have you watched Batwoman yet?
No, it don't premiere until next week, right?
No, it last week.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh, yeah, last week.
Episodes that are a CW app, bro. You can go.
I'm not a big Ruby Rose fan.
Oh, come on. She was fucking dynamite in Orange is the New Black.
And she was garbage in the Meg.
Yes. Yes. This is exactly right on both behalves. Because
But it's the Meg. I mean, it's like fucking the movie Orca. I mean, it's just shitty.
No. Those books, the Meg books, before they made that movie, are fucking phenomenal.
Oh, the movie sucked. It was
horrible. It was a hot pile of steaming garbage.
Yeah, I mean, yes, absolutely.
But I think most everything that Jason Statham makes, excluding the Expendables movies, is garbage.
Oh my God, wasn't he in fucking Fast and the Furious too?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he's Hobbs and Shaw.
Trash.
He's Shaw.
Trash.
Yeah.
trash. So much more to make him happy they even did a spin-off. Trash.
I think to be honest, I think that if you're watching Hobbs and Shaw and you're taking any part of it seriously,
I refuse to watch that.
you're not watching it right.
I refuse
But
to watch.
you just can't help it when Dwayne Johnson's in something. I can't help but watch it. The guy's got charisma.
Yeah.
Oh, because Jumanji's such a
No,
great
wait.
fucking
Hold
movie.
on. I watched the movie The Skyscraper.
Oh, I thought that was going to be garbage, and I ended up having a good time. I'm not saying it's a good movie, but I
No.
had a good time watching it.
I'll give you that.
I'll tell you
because
what,
it is not a good movie by any stretch of the
He
means.
sold that movie because he's The Rock.
Yeah.
That is
Absolutely.
the only
That's what I'm
reason why he
saying.
sold that movie.
A lot of his movies are like that, though. The only reason they work, it's because it's The Rock. Okay, there's no other reason.
But here's one of his criminally underrated movies.
Tooth
is,
Fairy.
Yeah. No. The Rundown.
Yes.
I love that movie.
That
Love
is
it.
criminally underrated.
And there's this other movie he was in, which I really like.
Tooth Fairy?
No, hold on. It's around the time
Babysitters.
around the time that The Rundown came out. He was like an ex-con, and he got out of jail.
Oh, WWE wrestling every Tuesday and Thursday?
No.
Or every Wednesday and Friday?
No.
Because isn't that what he portrays there?
No, that's not what he portrays on.
Not the Brahma Bull.
Just so everybody knows, Jesse Pinkman starred in 3 commercials. Can anybody name those commercials?
And they're like vodka commercials.
No.
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 Hey, don't forget he was in Baywatch. That was a dynamite film too.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. I really did. I can't help but have a good time in his movies.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna run this down real quick. Baywatch. Thumbs up, thumbs down, Dustin.
Thumbs up.
Jumanji.
Thumbs up.
Rampage.
Thumbs up.
Skyscraper.
Thumbs up.
Stuntman.
Didn't watch it.
No.
Movie.
Fighting with the Family.
Horrible movie.
Have not seen that one.
I've not seen that.
Shazam.
Horrible movie.
He's not in
He
Shazam.
wasn't in Shazam. He's talking about being Black Adam. He's not in it though.
Okay.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Horrible movie.
Have not seen it.
These are upcoming, in development.
Have you caught
Wow, it only gives it's only giving me films of his $7 Productions. He's the production company behind those films.
All right, so there's a whole list of it. Hold on. So we have in 1999 Beyond the Mat as a documentary. Then
That was a very good documentary.
That's a wrestling flick, right?
Yes, it was
Yeah.
very good, but it went like in depth with Jake the Snake Roberts and
Yeah.
The Mummy Returns. He was the Scorpion King.
loved it.
Me too.
Other than the CG.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
CGI, and that was horrible.
Oh, yeah.
He
I
was
thought
a
the Scorpion King was good. The next movie, the Scorpion King, was good.
I liked it too.
CGI
Again,
was greatly
the
improved.
CGI was terrible.
Yeah.
It
And
was
the
greatly
Rundown-
improved in that one though, compared to the one before.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I liked it.
Rundown was all right.
Walking Tall.
Oh, great movie where he was Sheriff B. Pusser.
Yes, I like that he had the 2x4. That was cool.
Absolutely. That's a remake from the 70s.
that's a
It
remake
was
from
great.
the 70s.
He was James Dugan from the WWE with a 2x4. Okay.
Be Cool, a sequel to Get Shorty.
Not good.
Horrible.
That was Hacksaw
Not
Jim
good.
Duggan, asshole.
Oh, excuse me, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Be Cool was not a good movie.
Doom.
I liked it. I
Best
liked it.
Video game? Oh.
Yeah. Oh, that was terrible. Oh my
It was
God.
but here's the thing. It was terrible. I didn't say it's a good movie. I said that I enjoy watching it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I like fucking the Aristocats too, but
Southland Tales.
no.
Okay. Gridiron Gang.
No.
No.
Horrible football movie.
Yes.
The Game Plan.
It wasn't bad, but again, terrible.
What was that one? Was that when he had like a daughter or something? He was a football player?
Yeah, it was a football. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no. No.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
Just
Get
like his
Smart.
NFL career.
He had a side bit in Get Smart. The fucking
He was the best villain in Get Smart.
Yeah.
He won an award for it.
Yep.
what would you call that? A Sundance?
That was an MTV award, right?
Because MTV awards matter. Next movie, please.
What?
Rape-
Moon Men matter?
Yeah,
They kind of matter.
yeah. To the fucking millennials.
Which is the largest cohort.
Okay,
I've also heard that
Hold on,
I've also
let's-
heard that we're calling the wrong
Yeah,
group.
I do it on
let's
purpose.
jump. Let's
you know
jump
that.
down here. We have Tooth Fairy that we've already talked about.
Hor-
Planet 51.
horrible.
Why did I get married too?
Well, obviously the second one was
He's a
way better.
cameo.
Than the
That's a
first
Tyler Perry movie, and I'm not big on Tyler Perry, so
Okay.
Yeah,
The
Tyler
other
Perry
guys,
sucks.
you guys see the other guys?
love that movie.
was
That
a
is
good
a
Me too.
excellent movie.
Yeah, that was a
Okay.
good movie.
Faster. Do you guys watch Faster?
That was horrible.
Yeah.
I like that. Fast Five.
He had a good.
Mm.
I
He
like-
made it better.
He made that movie work for sure.
Well, he made it better. I wouldn't say made it work. It's Paul Walker, but okay.
What do you? It's Paul Walker. Like Paul
It's his
Walker.
last one.
No, his last
No,
one is the
sixth-
seventh one.
Seventh was the last
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Journey.
I wish the fifth one was his last one.
It would have been better that way instead of jumping the shark for 6 and 7.
The Mysterious Island.
I didn't see it.
Good. It was really good. It's a good family movie.
Okay, I haven't seen it. Can't comment.
Snitch.
It won a Kid Choice
Oh,
Award. Does that
man.
count?
Horrible.
Yeah, because it's a family
Snitch was
movie.
horrible.
It's horrible.
Was
yeah.
it G.I. Joe Retaliation?
He made it better.
He made it better.
Well, better, but the movie still sucked.
Oh my gosh. Do you guys watch Pain and Gain?
No.
Yes, I did watch it. It wasn't great, but
I actually really liked it.
I was gonna say I just did the Destiny exotic weapon quest pain and gain.
Oh, Pain
Oh,
and Gain.
nice.
it was okay though. Him and Mark Wahlberg together, it was all right.
And
yeah, Wahlberg,
Directed
okay.
by Michael Bay. And a not Michael Bay-like production.
Oh, so it wasn't Godzilla, which sucked.
It was a little Michael Bay-ish. It was very Bad Boys-ish.
A little bit, but it also was like, I don't know. I really like the characters. I think that's why I like it.
Okay.
Fast and the Furious 6.
Yeah, okay.
Empire State.
6 jumped the shark. Empire.
That was okay. That was with Chris Hemsworth's brother, Liam. It
Liam.
was all right. It was a kind of an independent film.
That was during the Miley years.
Yep.
Hercules.
He made it fun to watch. Not a good movie. Fun
I
to watch.
kind of forgot all about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I watched it.
Well, 2 Hercules came out that year.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, there was that one with Jason Momoa, right?
No, that was Conan. That
right.
Jason Momoa played. The other Hercules was oh god. I think the guy that was in 300 Rise of an Empire.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't catch that. I caught the Rock one.
That's a hot dude.
Furious 7.
Yeah, jump the shark.
I enjoyed that.
Jump the shark.
San Andreas.
Good.
Oh,
Good.
come
I liked it.
Yeah.
Really? What? It's no better than fucking Dante's Inferno.
Yeah, it's a good disaster movie
it was
though.
better than Dante's Inferno.
No,
Come on,
it's
Pierce Brosnan, get out of here.
it's a good disaster movie. It goes right there with the tornado movies and all the volcano movies and all the earthquake movies and everything else. Like it fit right in there into the genre of what it was.
Absolutely.
It was
A
very
disaster.
good. It was a great disaster movie.
Sorry, Gary, but I put this movie up there with fucking Sharknado. Okay.
No.
No.
Sorry.
No, that was such a parody of movies where these others are just good disaster movies.
But I got to tell you, if there was a fucking hurricane of sharks, that would definitely be a natural disaster to me.
Hey, if you ever want to talk to the guy who did the PR on that, we can hook you up.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, real close friends. Actually, they go to baseball games with him still.
Yeah, I'm actually going to a fucking Nets game with him in a couple of weeks.
I'm glad you brought that up because I want to point out something. When you put that you were with Jerry Springer at
The Yankee
batting
game
practice,
the other day.
my mistake. I thought you meant Jerry Seinfeld, and I felt like such an ass after I put my favorite stand-up, and then I looked at the picture. I'm like, holy shit, what happened to Seinfeld? Oh wait, that's not Seinfeld. That's
Nope,
Springer.
that's Springer.
You know what kind of asshole I felt like standing there going, Jerry, Jerry. And then I'm looking around and people are looking at me and he's turning around looking at me and I'm going, oh shit, maybe you don't want anybody to know you're here.
Yeah, possibly.
Like maybe I shouldn't be that guy.
Yeah.
What a nice guy though, I will say. I bullshitted with him for about, I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes. We had a small conversation and nice guy. Really nice guy. Jerry Springer, nice guy. Thank you. Thank you, Jerry. Nice guy. What else was The Rock in that sucked besides Jumanji?
He was in Central Intelligence.
What the fuck is that?
That one was okay.
Hart.
That was Kevin Hart.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
thought
that's
he
another
played
Kevin
a very
Hart movie.
funny character in that. That's very out of his character for that movie.
He's really got no choice when you cast it with Kevin Hart. I
Yeah.
mean, Kevin Hart's the funny man, so you kind of got...
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. Kevin Hart played the straight man in that, and he played the funny man.
Yeah, it's out of
Yeah,
character.
a little role reversal. But he also said that he got a lot of coaching from Kevin Hart on how to turn those comedic drops.
Yeah.
Like on where he was supposed to really influence the funny. Like he said there was a lot of coaching.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think they're like best friends now. You see them
Oh
all
yeah,
the time.
they work with a lot of charity groups together and a lot of fundraisers and shit like that. They're always working together.
Well, Dwayne Johnson was the first one out of his house after the car accident.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, he left his honeymoon to go there.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
big.
they're tight. They're tight.
And how bad do you feel for Kevin Hart? You let your bro drive the car and he cracks it up?
There's debate right now about how he left the scene on whether or not he was actually the one that was driving.
Either way, it's a 1970 Barracuda. That's a big money car.
Well, it's a big loss financially, but but it's also not a dent. It's not a dent or dimple in the bucket of a Kevin Hart like amount of money either. Though,
Absolutely.
But you lost the car to California PD. They take that shit away. And then
Oh
destroy-
yeah. It's definitely a done deal, and it'll cost him a pretty penny to ever rebuild one if he considers it. But
Through that. What else was our fucking acclaimed wrestler in?
Did you catch Moana?
I did. It was okay. He was good in it,
He was good in it.
or his voice was good in it.
Yes.
It's something I might sleep through on a Saturday afternoon. Next,
Okay. The Fate of the Furious.
that was the final Fast and the Furious.
yeah, but see, that's only
No.
compared.
No, they're making 3 more.
Doesn't matter. That's the
Moana is
one.
only comparative to the fact that like The Broods is Nicolas Cage's best movie ever.
That's a good point. That's a good.
I gotta say, you said Nicolas Cage, right?
Yeah, and The Broods, where he's the dad.
I gotta say, The Rock's Nicolas Cage's best movie.
Rock. Absolutely. Agreed completely. Great movie.
I think that's
Followed up
being
closely by Face Off.
No, The Rock is only carried. The Rock is only carried by his co-star,
Which was an all-star cast with John Malkovich and who's the fucking little weasel?
Let's get to the go to the top end. Go to the top end of that cast.
No, and then you can go to the top end, but
Yeah, but that's
look, John Malkovich makes that movie. He flies the fucking plane. He does all that shit in that movie. And then you got that little psychopath who's trying to rape kids in the pool at the end. What the fuck is his name?
Oh, you're talking about the dude with the messed up teeth.
Steve Buscemi. I love him as an actor.
Steve
That movie-
Buscemi.
So you're saying that Con Air is better than Face Off?
Con Air is a way better movie
Con
than
Air.
Oh no.
And-
John
and-
Travolta and Nicolas Cage both lose their fucking minds in Face Off.
Yeah,
And-
man.
Look, it might be a good movie, but I can't even say the words of Mr. John T because he's a Scientologist, and those people scare me.
Okay.
Yeah, those people freak me out.
They do actually. It's Webb's biggest fear in the world is to actually ever speak ill of anything related to or around Scientology because he
I'm
thinks
not
he
afraid of the mob.
thinks they'll get him.
I'm not afraid of the mob. I'm not afraid of the FBI. I'm not afraid of the fucking police.
That's because
But
not for
Scientologists?
anything he's related to most of the others.
But Scientology? No, nope, nope, nope.
Yeah, there
nope.
are a bunch of. I mean,
They'll fuck your
they
life up.
will. They're freaking crazy.
What other shithole movie? I mean, what other decent movie was The Rock in?
He was in Baywatch, which we already talked about.
Horrible.
Great.
Jumanji, Welcome to
Horrible.
the Jungle.
Nobody could
Great.
play any better than fucking Robin Williams.
The
Period.
next Jumanji's coming in.
Yeah. What is that? 6 months from now, I think it is. Yeah,
The
Christmas.
next level.
Didn't see it.
I don't know what that is.
Jumanji: The Next Level.
Oh, next level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's coming out for Christmas.
And then coming out, Jungle Cruise.
What is it?
Oh, I saw the. It doesn't look that bad. It's with Emily Blunt. I saw the trailer. It didn't look that bad.
It doesn't.
And this is based on a Disney ride.
Yeah.
Will it only be streaming on Disney Plus?
No, it's probably.
No, I think it's a theater release. I think it's going to be a wide release.
Theater release, and then after that, it's Disney Plus. So that's worth my $6.95, $11.99 a month, right, Barry?
Theatrical release, and then directly to the vault.
Yeah,
most likely.
I can't wait for the Mandalorian. I've already signed up for my Disney Plus. So
Yeah, that's the biggest hype that everybody's got right now. Is that the Mandalorian better be the most sick ass fucking show that's ever fucking came into existence.
Well, again, you've got what time is it? You've got
11:30.
got about 45 minutes or so. If you hit that secret Disney website, the one for their what the fuck is it?
Oh no! When we're done here, I'm gonna go watch more fairy porn.
the 3-year deal.
Yeah, the 3-year deal on their season pass for your.
But I think that only takes like $1 or $2 off each month.
It's $176 for 3 years. That takes it down to $4.99 a month. But you got to lock in for the 3 years.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, see, me, I'm willing to pay for the first month just to see the Mandalorian.
I'm actually looking to move from DirecTV now, streaming subscription.
Yeah, because you
over to Hulu,
Best Bet is
and I'm
Hulu,
waiting
yeah.
to see, and they're not going to drop that until the day Disney Plus drops. What that subscription a month is actually going to be.
Right.
Where they have all three of them connected: Hulu, Disney Plus.
That's already out.
$11.99.
$12.99 a month.
Yeah, it was $11.99 if you jumped on the early.
But you're not getting your ad free at that.
If you jumped on the early, you were getting it for $11.99, but that doesn't include Hulu TV
or ad free.
Right, but Hulu TV is what you're looking for.
Right, I have the Hulu Live and I love it.
You have Hulu Live?
Yeah, I love it.
That's what I'm looking to move to over DirecTV.
I get all the football games I want to watch, all that. I love Hulu Live.
You have NFL TV? Because I didn't see that in the lineup. That's the one thing holding me back.
3 games.
No, and I have not. I don't know if you can add that on because there's channels you can add on to it.
Yeah, Time Cinemax, all those pay-per-view.
But see, I'm in the Dallas area, so and I loved what you put about Dallas. I'm in the Dallas area, so every game's on TV.
You can thank the New Orleans Saints for your 3 losses.
Yeah, well.
And go Pack Go. You're welcome for that one, too.
Well, they should be thanking the Saints for exposing, but, you know.
All I got to say is how embarrassed is a Jets loss, though?
Oh, it's embarrassing. Trust me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Look, hey, as a guy who just got my first win this week, because we didn't lose to one of the worst teams in the league, I'm feeling pretty good this week.
I lost a tremendous amount of money on that game, okay?
Yeah, you know what?
But see, that's the whole thing. When you bet on the Cowboys, you have to do the opposite bet that you think it's going to be.
Oh, yeah, I lost on the Washington game with the Dolphins. The Dolphins go and score. Why the fuck you go for the 2 points is beyond me. Kick the field goal, but had they had went for that 2 points and beat the Redskins, I would have cashed a ticket for $1,300.
Yep, but that didn't happen, and the Redskins got their first win of the season.
Right.
So big W for me this week. Thank you, congratulations. Take
All right,
your
well,
loss and move on.
We're going to put a bow on this and send Jessica home tonight. 8-Bit Bros, Tuesday night. As always, Dustin in the house.
Here's your smoke. Cab money's on the nightstand. Bye.
Right? Always appreciate you calling in, Dustin. Fan of the show.
Love calling in. Love the show.
We appreciate you, bro. You're that's it. You're like a new fan.
Hey, we'd
part
love
of
to
the
come
show.
on. We'd love to come on and arrange a movie that we can all.
Yup.
Oh, yeah, man. Sit back and
maybe
talk about.
face off on. Pick
Yeah.
a movie that we hate that you guys like, and we sit there and debate about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we definitely need to turn it the other
There
way.
you go, Black Panther.
Ooh,
No,
spy.
'cause I think my co-host hates that movie too, so it
I was
wouldn't
gonna
help
say,
me out.
Go,
Right, fuck
go
that movie.
spy,
All right.
go spy thriller.
Dustin, I'll get on your side.
Okay.
She can go on website, and these two can figure out where they want to lie.
What?
and...
She liked the movie. I'm
Yeah,
the
she
only
said-
one here who fucking hated it.
All right, so 4 on 2.
Oh,
Game on.
You know what? 4 on 2. If it was chicks, I might be down for that. But there's dudes involved, so no 4
All
on
right,
2.
8-Bit Bros. We'll see you Thursday.
Thank you, Dustin.
Thanks,
See you guys.
All right, late.
Late.
All right.